We interrupt this program to bring you a special report here in the United
That's just the way I like it, sir.
Now, don't be nervous. I've done this 1,001 times. You know, some people have even come back to me to get married a second time.
Oh, well, once will be one. Will work for us.
Oh, they all say that, honey. I hope it works for you.
Amen. Beloved, we are here to join Cordero Roberts and Tina Lord in holy matrimony.
Of course, I don't know just what we'll find up there at the cabin, Tom. All Joe's papers are boxed up, probably yellowing with age by now. Oh, and there's an old pine chest up there that has some of his keepsakes in it that Vicky just couldn't bring herself to throw away.
Oh, really? Well, maybe we'll find some proof that Joe Riley was my twin brother, or that he wasn't, one way or the other.
Well, if it's there, we'll find it.
Clint, thank you.
Anyway, first thing in the morning, we'll head for the mountains.
I appreciate your help on this. I really do. It means a great deal to me. Maria.
Oh, do you know her?
Something terrible has happened, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Maria, sit down.
Sorry, honey, what is it? What's wrong?
Tina Lord, that's what's wrong. At this very moment, she's marrying my son.
Before us come two to be joined in wedlock. Tina, Cordero, I must warn you, as I warn all couples who stand before me. Marriage is not some momentary pleasure to be tasted and then discarded. Marriage is the most solemn of contracts based on love and trust, and above all else, on honesty. That said, shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Well, I have good news and bad news.
There's something wrong with the blood test?
No, that's the good news. Tested out fine.
So what's the bad news?
Well, the bad news, Rafe, is you can't wait any longer. You're going to have to get married.
Thanks. Did you hear that? No, you're stuck with me.
You don't hear me complaining, do you?
Oh, boy, I don't know. I must be losing my touch. I always thought I was a world-class diagnostician, but I didn't realize until just a couple of days ago, you two make a perfect couple.
Oh.
You do know that the police are looking for you about the murder, don't you?
Oh, sure. Well, I knew as soon as they get a computer on my trail, they'd know that I have a police record that's very, very long.
We haven't done anything lately, have you?
No. That doesn't really matter, though. They'll try and bust me anyway, and I won't be able to carry out Mitch's last command.
What's that?
No, never mind. It's just for me to know. That's just between me and Mitch.
You remember Allison, don't you? Mitch's #1 disciple.
Yeah, how could I forget her? She almost caused a riot here in the hospital when she's trying to get Joy out of here.
Oh, what's she doing here now?
So it worries me, honey. Mitch may be gone, but Allison Perkins spells nothing but trouble.
It just happened. You couldn't help yourself. The passion was just too great. Oh, thanks, Steve. That makes me feel a hell of a lot better.
I thought we were friends first. I thought maybe you could at least try to understand.
Understand what?
At least it wasn't personal, was it, Tina? Letter from Mitch to Vicky explains it all. Cordero Roberts is actually the love child of Maria Roberts and your husband, Clint. When Maria was pregnant, Asa paid her off to get Maria out of town and far away from Clint. He doesn't know that Cord is his son. I know why you jilted me, Tina. What I don't know is what I'm going to do about it.
I know she roped him into marrying her. But I thought there'd be time to tell him, time to make him realize the kind of woman she really is.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. He just recently asked me to be his best man.
What?
Well, didn't you know about his wedding plans?
He asked you to stand up for him?
Well, yes. I mean, he doesn't know that many people here in Landview, and we have become friends.
Yes, of course. It's only logical that he would ask you. But this sudden change of plan only convinces me that Tina has some secret that she... Well, that's why she rushed into this wedding.
It's love, perhaps.
Tom, you're just an incurable romantic from way back. But in this case,
Maria, I know how you feel about this young lady. Is it Tina, is it? But I also know Cord, and you know. When he makes up his mind to do something, he doesn't let anything stand in his way.
not even his own common sense.
Well, if he feels this young lady can make him happy, now who are we to stop him, huh?
Well, something's starting to make sense here. Maria's that friend you were telling me about, isn't she, Tom?
Yeah, right.
From El Paso?
Yes. Without Maria, I wouldn't have known I have a look-alike here in Landview.
Oh, Clint, I'm sorry, but when I was visiting Vicky, I saw the picture of Joe Riley, and the resemblance was just so remarkable.
No, why should I mind? And you're right, the resemblance is absolutely incredible. But I don't share Tom's confidence that Cord is making the right decision.
So, Clint, you said you were going to be his best man.
Yes, I was doing that for Cord's sake. I mean, I decided to swallow my doubts, and I was going to stand by him. But now I can't figure it. I just can't figure it. I mean, Cord was so excited about having a wedding with everyone there, and so was Tina. What the hell happened to change their minds?
Will you, Cordero, take Tina as your lawful wedded wife, to live with her in the state of matrimony, to love and honor and keep with you as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Will you, Tina, take Cordero as your lawful wedded husband, to live with him in the state of matrimony, to love and honor and keep with him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Repeat after me, please. I, Tina, take you, Cordero.
I, Tina, take you, Cordero.
Now, I, Cordero, take you, Tina.
I, Cordero, take you, Tina.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
Now, together. To have and to hold from this day forth.
To have and to hold
from this day forth.
For better, for worse, for richer or poorer.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish.
In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
Now, you can exchange rings. Join hands, please. If there be any here who object to this marriage, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. As both Tina and Cordero have consented to marry and witness the same, as they have pledged their faith in each other and declared the same by joining hands and exchanging vows, I do by virtue of the authority vested in me by the law of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, pronounce them husband and wife. That's all the official stuff, son. Kiss her.
Yes, sir.
Lamar.
Oh, you dear. I always come prepared.
Oh, Cord, we're married.
That's it.
I mean, Mr. Roberts?
Yeah.
Oh, you make a beautiful couple. Don't they, Lamar?
They certainly do, eh? Hey, congratulations, my boy.
Thank you, sir.
I really am so happy for both of you.
Hold on there, Mrs. Land. How about one of those for me?
Well, of course you got
Oh,
one, too.
and I'd like the to kiss the bride.
Oh, I'd be honored.
Oh, they ask me why I enjoy my work.
I tell you, right now, I love everything and everybody. Especially this little lady right here.
Oh.
Darling, there's a gentleman here to see you.
No matter who it is, I'm not home. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, Mr. Buchanan. Bill Moore, Landview Police Department.
What in the hell are you doing here?
Well, I'm not here in an official capacity, but I've got some questions that I need to have resolved.
No questions, no answers, no nothing. Here?
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Mr. Buchanan. The trial hasn't started yet, and if Cassie didn't kill Mitch Lawrence, then I've still got time to find out who did.
All right, ask your damn questions.
How well did you know Mitch Lawrence?
Well enough to know that killing was too good for that snake.
Mr. Buchanan, in going over Mitch's room, we found a diary. Now, it's not actually a daily diary, more like an account of week-to-week highlights. And one of those highlights occurred right here in this house. In fact, in this room. That would be when you threatened Mitch Lawrence with a gun.
The boy had to be whacked out of his mind. The only guns I have are antiques. I keep them in a showcase. Right, honey?
And you never threatened Mitch Lawrence in this house?
Hellfire, Lieutenant. Mitch Lawrence never set foot in this house. Anybody says different's a damn liar.
You don't say. Is that right, Mr. Buchanan? You've never seen Mitch Lawrence in this house?
Well, let me think. Not that I recall.
Oh, furthermore, Lieutenant, I can prove where I was the night of the murder.
Oh, where would that be, sir?
Well, I was with my lovely wife. Remember, dear? Quiet dinner, early to bed.
Of course, how could I forget? We worked together all night.
I don't think we have to worry about Allison anymore, frankly. I mean, she did help save Cassie. Otherwise, those disciples would have barbecued Cassie and Rob.
Allison stopped them. I didn't know that.
She didn't stop
Oh,
them.
come on, Rafe. Of course she did. Look, she made the call to you and to John Marshall, right? If it hadn't been, she had to break out of a locked room to do that.
Well, obviously, Miss Perkins isn't one of the chosen few anymore.
Maybe, but I'm still reserving judgment.
You know what? I find it very difficult to believe that Cassie killed Mitch.
I'm in agreement with you on that.
The detective who's in charge of the case.
Yeah.
He doesn't know Cassie as well as we do.
Is that Lieutenant Moore? I hear he's a good man.
Yeah, I thought he was, but he seems so bent on nailing Cassie as a suspect, even if he's dead wrong.
Sounds about as stubborn as you, Rafe.
I talked to him about this. 2 cops, 2 different opinions. There's room on the force for both of you.
Yeah, well, don't tell me. Tell Bill Moore, huh? He's the one that treats this case like it's his personal property.
Oh, no, it's nice to see that these little feuds aren't restricted to the medical profession.
Oh, no, you haven't heard anything yet. Wait till you see the china set that I picked up.
It better be simple.
Oh, it is. In a very extravagant sort of way.
Oh, Delilah.
Come on, detective.
Listen, don't start throwing the china around in the shop. Wait till the honeymoon.
Okay.
You know?
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks,
All right,
Larry.
you guys take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Excuse me, Dr. Wallach. I don't know if you remember me. I'm Allison Perkins.
Yeah, of course I do. It'd be hard to forget you.
I wouldn't be surprised if you turned around and walked away, but I need a favor. A very important favor. That's not an easy question to answer, Clint. Cordero doesn't confide in me as much as he used to.
Excuse me, Maria. I think you two need to discuss this without me. Besides, I want to contact my office in El Paso. Clint, I'll see you first thing in the morning.
I'm looking forward to it, Tom.
Maria, try not to worry too much about Cora. I think that young man has the kind of judgment you can trust.
Well, maybe now you'll tell me.
Tell you?
Yeah.
Tell you what?
What's really behind this sudden elopement?
Clint, do you know about the land that Al left for Cord and me?
The 2,000 acres?
Somehow, or some way, I think Tina found out about the land before I did, and that's the only reason she's married Cordero.
I've already had this discussion, discussed this theory with Richard.
Well, so have I, and he's as convinced as I am.
He's also just as emotionally involved as you are, Maria. The fact is, Tina broke off her engagement to Richard before anybody heard about Al's bequest.
You know her better than I do, but isn't she capable of all kinds of deception?
Oh, there's no doubt about that. But in this particular case, I think that Tina just got plain lucky. She followed her heart, chose Cord over Richard, and the 2,000 acres came as an unexpected bonus.
I'm sorry, but I can't accept that.
Maria, what can't you accept? Tina's good fortune, or the fact that they decided to go ahead and get married without your approval?
I would never approve of Tina.
Really? Never is an awful long time.
Well, I might have in time.
In time, yeah. Well, time is the one thing they didn't give you. And that stings, doesn't it? Why don't you admit it?
Clint, Cord is my only child. His wedding day is something that I've always looked forward to. I wanted to be there with his father beside me, and...
Well, you know, just because Al is gone does not mean that you can't go to the wedding.
But I don't even know where he is.
Well, there can't be that many judges in town whose calendars were cleared today. I'll make a few quick phone calls, and then, if you'll permit me to stand in for Al, we'll go to a wedding.
Damn it! Well, there's only one thing left to do. Ellen. Yeah, if I get any calls, tell them I'm gone for the rest of the day.
Look, Herb, our only chance is to come up with the real killer before Cassie goes on trial. Now, in order to do that, we're going to need a top investigator. Think you can work with the guy?
John Russell is the best, and Cassie needs the best. All right, I'll call him right away.
Your secretary's away from your desk. I hope you have a few minutes for me.
Well, frankly, we're busy. Some ruthless prosecutor seems determined to railroad my daughter.
Herb, cool it.
Oh, I'm not that ruthless. I came here to make a deal with you if you're interested.
Dr. Wolick, I've heard that some of Mitch's ex-disciples are here to get treatment.
I can't discuss that with you.
I want to help with deprogramming.
You do?
Yes. No one knows better how Mitch controls people's minds. I feel that his control goes on beyond his death.
Well, there's certainly a lot of disciples who are very reluctant to let go.
You should see Adrian, Mitch's right-hand man. Everyone thinks he's disappeared, but I saw him wandering around today babbling about some mission that he had to complete for Mitch.
What sort of mission?
Oh, I would hate to imagine. But Adrian is not the only one that I'm concerned about, Doctor. Who knows how many disciples Mitch may have programmed to do similar missions?
In that case, the deprogramming is even more vital. But there's still, I don't believe there's a place here for you, Miss Perkins.
Please, Doctor. I want to make up for the things that I've done wrong. Now, Dr. Balsam told me that you needed experienced nurses' aides.
Well, yes, but I can't.
Listen, if there's nothing for me in deprogramming, maybe I can do something else. He said that as soon as there was an opening in pediatrics, that he would give me a job. I know I'm asking you to take a chance, Doctor, but that's what I need. I need a second chance.
Miss Buchanan, just where was it that you two spent the...
You don't hear? I just told you.
If you don't mind, I'd like to have your wife answer the question.
Well, let me think. We go so many places.
So you can't actually say that the two of you were together
No.
in the murder, then? Huh?
Yes, what I'm trying to say...
Wait a minute, that does it, Lieutenant. You're making my wife a nervous wreck. We're not on trial.
Nobody said you were.
Don't play cute with me. You got a warrant or not? If not, take your notebook, your badge, get out of my house.
All right. Have it your way, Mr. Buchanan. Excuse me, ma'am. Didn't mean to disturb you. Oh, by the way, don't even think about leaving town.
You know, I've always supported the local police, but that guy...
When is this ever going to end, Asa? Are the lies just going to keep coming one on top of another on top
Pamela,
of another?
please! What choice did I have?
You always have a choice. Why didn't you just come clean with him? Tell him you've been blackmailed and why.
The whole world finds out about Cord and Clint, huh?
The world already knows about it. I mean, did you really think you could just strike a bargain with Tina Lord and cover up the truth forever?
Who says I'm in cahoots with Tina?
Well, try Maria Roberts for one. I mean, did you think she was going to believe about the 2,000 acres suddenly in her husband's estate?
She can believe what she wants to believe. She has no proof.
Oh, if she doesn't need proof to know that you're a liar. Well, I'm not going to be a liar. I'm not going to lie for you anymore.
Wait, hold on. Sweetheart, I mean, what if the tables were turned and you were in trouble? You know I'd be right by your side.
The difference is, Asa, that if I were in trouble, I would never ask you to lie.
Did I hear someone mention something about lies? Well, it looks like I've come to the right place.
Abbott, ever hear about knocking?
Oh, please, let's not stand on ceremony, Asa. Not when we both know the score.
What score? What in blue blazes are you talking about?
Take a look at this, Asa. A little message from beyond the grave. Go ahead, Asa. Read it.
Sir, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, shall we celebrate by having a glass of sherry in the office?
We'd be honored.
Shall we go in there?
Let's go, but don't forget to sign the register.
Oh, we won't. Well, why don't you do the honors?
No, ma'am. After you.
All right. Mrs. Cordero
Oh, ma'am.
Roberts. How's it look?
Just perfect.
Too late.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Huh?
Cord. Congratulations, son.
I'm so glad you made it here. You don't know how much this means to me. To both of us.
Your mother's just sorry that we didn't make it in time for the ceremony for her.
I bet she is. It was so sweet of you to bring her here, Clint.
Tina, I sure hope you make Cord happy, because you will answer me if you don't.
Oh, don't worry, Clint. She's already made me the happiest man in the world. And now that I've got Ma's blessing, well, there's nothing more I could ask for.
Tina, you look just beautiful.
Thank you.
If you ladies will excuse us for a second, I'd like to talk to Clint in private.
Oh, yes, I'm sure your mother and I have a lot to talk about. So I guess we should decide what I should call you. Should I call you Maria? Or Mrs. Roberts? Or Mom?
I really owe you an apology.
For what?
Well, I asked you to be my best man, and then I changed the game plan on you like that.
Cord, all I hope is that when this wedding day is but a distant memory, you and Tina will still be as happy as you look right now. Congratulations, son.
Thanks.
Well, I hope one day we can be like that. You and me.
Don't hold your breath, darling. Wedding or no wedding, I know what you're up to.
Allison, let's sit down.
You have every right to be suspicious of me.
No, it's not that. Listen, we're very grateful to you for helping to rescue Cassie. But I personally find it very difficult to believe you would be objective in your dealing with Mitch's disciples.
Because I was one of them? But don't you see, that's what makes me the perfect person for deprogramming. I know all of Mitch's tricks.
You honestly think that Mitch's power won't end with his death?
Some of Mitch's disciples tried to burn Cassie, didn't they? Who knows what other awful missions he may have programmed the others to do.
Well, I hope you're wrong. In any case, don't you think you might just go through some deprogramming yourself?
Me? Look at me, I'm not a robot.
That, on the surface, you seem very fine, but...
If you're worried, just ask Dr. Balsam. I mean, he was ready to hire me.
Look, Dr. Balsam didn't have all the facts about you when he did the interview, now did he?
Well, I've changed since then. I'm no longer one of Mitch's disciples. I'm just someone who wants to help.
Consciously, I'm sure you are. But just to be on the safe side, don't you think that you should talk with someone? Make sure that you haven't been programmed to carry out some terrible mission
Dr.
yourself.
Wallach, you're wanted in ICU. Dr. Wallach,
They're playing my
you're
song.
ICU.
Allison, I'll think about your offer, but you think about what I said, will you?
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll see you later.
Is it possible? Could Mitch still have control of me?
Just what exactly are you offering, Miss Sanders?
If Cassie pleads guilty, the state will reduce the charges to involuntary manslaughter. And with good behavior, she could be out in 5 years.
Is that all?
Herb, you do understand, Miss Sanders, that it would take time for us to consider.
No, there's nothing to consider, Pete. In fact, I think I can tell Miss Sanders quietly and confidently it'll be a cold day in hell before we agree to such terms.
Herb.
No. My daughter is going to plead innocent, and we're going to prove her innocent in a court of law. Do I make myself clear?
Herb, listen, I think you really should take a little time so we can really go over all the possibilities.
Including the possibility... No, make that the probability that your client has no chance of being acquitted.
Cassie's not just another client, Judith. She's my daughter.
Herb.
No. I've been tiptoeing around this, pretending it was just another case. Well, it isn't. My daughter's life is at stake.
All the more reason to do the sensible thing, don't you think?
Oh, it's sensible to accept your offer and tacitly admit that my daughter is guilty. I've got news for you, Judith. You thought you were out for an easy victory here? Your first time out as special prosecutor? Guess again.
Mr. O'Neill, I'm so sorry your compatriot's taking such a hard line. I guess I'll have to do the same. All the evidence points to premeditated murder, which demands a murder one indictment and conviction.
You'll never prove it.
Oh, but I will. And when I do, I hope you'll remember that I gave you every chance to save your daughter from life imprisonment. See you in court, gentlemen.
Go ahead and read it, Asa.
I don't have to read it. Mitch Lawrence wrote it's a pack of lies.
Oh, no. If you're not going to share the truth with Pam, then I will.
I have to stand here and listen to what that lying weasel had to say.
Dear Vicky, Cordero Roberts is actually the love child of Maria Roberts and your husband, Clint.
Get out of this house. I'll have you thrown out.
When Maria was pregnant, Asa paid off her mother to get Maria out of town and far away from Clint. He doesn't know that Cord is his son.
Damn it, Abbott. That is enough, you hear?
You're right. More than enough.
Pamela and I do not have to defend ourselves against the fantasies of some egomaniac.
Pamela doesn't have to defend herself. And you can't. Now, this letter explains why Tina threw me over for Cord. It also explains why she was able to blackmail you into getting her future husband a rich man.
You are unbelievable, Abbott. It is my fault she prefers a young cowboy over a dull newspaper editor.
Oh, talk about unbelievable. Even when the evidence is staring you right in the face, you won't admit it. Well, that's okay, Asa, because I know someone who will. Pamela, is this letter a pack of lies, or is it the truth?
Even if you believed you'd...
Pam, honey, tell the man.
I'm going to tell him, Asa. I'm going to tell him the truth. Just like I told you I would. The letter is accurate, Richard. Every single word of it.
Pamela?
Thanks, Pam.
Richard. She's getting back at me. Damn, before you came, we had a big fight. She's teasing me. Now tell him.
I just did.
This is no joke, Pam. You hear? Now, tell Abbott here that you know for a fact that letter is a lie. Pamela!
She's told me everything I needed to hear, Asa. Thanks again, Pam. Good night.
Whoa, where do you think you're going?
I told Clint, and I'll tell you. Cord's too good a guy to become another one of Tina's victims, or yours.
As usual, you a day late and a dollar short. She's already got him.
Oh, they may be married, but there's still the honeymoon. Now, Briggs told me they were on their way to St. Martin. Well, that's where I'm going on the next plane.
Oh, what are you going to do when you get there?
I'm going to show him this letter, Asa. And then I'm going to tell your grandson what kind of a woman he married. I only hope he has enough sense to walk away and not look back.
Abbott, can you be so vindictive to ruin this boy's life? Say some of the accusations may be true. Cord loves Tina, and he believes she loves him.
You are incredible. You know that, Asa? Were you thinking of Cord's happiness when you denied him his birthright? Were you thinking of his happiness when you sold his love lock, stock, and barrel to Tina? No, Asa. I'm not vindictive. I just don't want to see a good guy like Cord make the same mistake that I did. Loving Tina Lord.
Abbott, get back here!
Oh, Asa, will you just let him go? I mean, haven't you done enough damage already?
Me? After what you did, my loving wife. Turned traitor.
Mother Roberts, I have no idea what you mean.
Don't you dare call me Mother, and don't think for a second that I don't know what's going on. I know why you married Cord.
I happen to love him.
I know. You've told me how much you adore my son, but I also know how much you adore money and what it can buy.
Is that true? I would have married somebody like Richard Abbott, wouldn't I?
Oh, I know you would have. If you hadn't heard about the land that my husband supposedly left to me in Cord.
How could I have found out about that before you and Cord even knew? Especially since it was after I'd already agreed to marry him.
Good question. But I have decided not to deal with that right now because, unlike you, I will not spoil my son's happiness today.
Your son's happiness is the most important thing in the world to me.
It better be. Because if it isn't, believe me, you'll regret it. I'm going to find out one way or the other how you played the part in manipulating his inheritance.
Maria, I promise you.
Promises mean nothing to me. I'm going to be watching you, Tina. Watching and waiting.
See that? Now, if those two can kiss and make up, there's hope for anybody.
Clint, I can't tell you how much this means to me that you brought my ma out here.
Well,
Thanks.
She just wanted to see her son get married. Frankly, so did I.
Yeah, you know, I had never had you figured for the sentimental type, especially not where Tina's concerned.
Well, you know how I feel about her, but I also hope you know how I feel about you. And if she makes you happy...
Do I look happy?
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Clint, I tell you, when I was standing up there in front of the judge, I kept wishing that my pa were still around and that he could be here for this. But now that you've given your approval, well, that's the next best thing. Thanks.
Cord? Honey, we have a plane to catch.
Oh, yes, ma'am, but first I gotta go over there and give a hug and a kiss to that little lady. Excuse me. Ma? I saw that little hug you gave Tina. I can't tell you what that means to me. Thanks.
I love you, son.
And I love you too, Ma.
Tina.
It's okay. You don't have to pretend anything. We both know how you feel about me.
No, wait a minute. Let's put the past behind us today. From now on, you and Cord have got only the future in front of you. And I just hope that it brings you everything you both want it to.
Thank you.
All right, well, hey, enough of these goodbyes. It's not like we're going to Mars. Heaven may be, but we'll be back soon enough. Are you ready, Mrs. Roberts?
I am ready, Mr. Roberts.
All right, then we're off. Clint, you take good care of my mama, all right?
And you two take care of each other.
Oh, we will. Ma?
Cordero, have a wonderful time.
Oh, don't worry, Ma. The wonderful times are just beginning. Bye-bye.
Congratulations. I know it wasn't easy. What do you say we stop by the Vernon Inn and have a glass of champagne?
Champagne? I'm hardly in the mood.
Oh, come on now. The groom's mother shouldn't be spending the day alone on her son's wedding day.
Neither should the groom's... Neither should the groom's best man. All right. I think we've earned that champagne.
Now you're talking.
Too bad. I didn't get to kiss the bride. Not yet.
And what would you call it?
Telling the truth. Not that you'd understand that concept.
I happen to know treason when I hear it.
I told you what I was going to say. I told you I wouldn't lie again.
Oh, that's right. You're such a noble lady, but you'd rather destroy my family and ruin my life.
If anybody is destroying this family, Asa, it is you. And as you go down your path to ruin, I do not want you to take me with you.
Oh, there's the preacher's daughter who took the vows of love and honor till death do us part.
Death would never part us, Asa, but your lies will. And that is why I am putting a stop to it right now.
I never asked you to lie. I just told you to keep your mouth shut. Let me do the talking.
Lying! Why don't we just be honest with each other? My silence is just another form of that kind of deception, and I am not going to be silent anymore.
Oh, here we go again with a missionary's daughter who can't cut it in the real world, can't be a real wife to a real husband.
How dare you? I have been a better wife to you than you deserve. I have covered for you, lied for you, protected you, even when I knew you were wrong. But this time you have really pushed me to the limit.
Is it too much to ask for some simple loyalty from you?
You do not want loyalty. You want subservience. You do not want a real wife. What you want is a servant.
And what you want is a man too good for this world. Not possible. The only husband you're going to get is standing right in front of you. Flesh and blood, flaws and all.
Oh, you old fool. I could live with your flaws and love you. But I will not lie for you. No, not now, not anymore.
I knew it. From day one I had you figured. Once my back was against the wall, hightail it and run off and leave me.
Oh, you're a bigger fool than I even took you for. I am not running away, Asa. I am reaching out for you. But you don't even want to listen to reason, do you? Maybe you'll listen to this.
To Cordentina.
Clint, I'm sorry.
Lift your glass and your heart will follow. Come on. May they be a joy and comfort to all of us and to each other. And when we're old and gray, we'll look back upon this day and we'll smile.
Bucky, you haven't changed.
It's Clint, remember?
That's Bucky talking. The boy who always says and had stars in his eyes and faith in everyone. Well, for Bucky's sake, I'll drink to Cordentina.
Well. Champagne. Does that mean the wedding has been canceled?
No, it means that the mother of the groom has decided to give the happy couple the benefit of a doubt.
Really?
Care for a glass?
Thank you. Maria, I'm glad you've come around to Cord's way of thinking.
Well, I said I would give them a chance.
I think that's due to you, Clint. I know how stubborn my good friend here can be. You've worked wonders with her.
Well, nothing would make me happier than for Cordentina's marriage to work out with his mother's blessing.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Well, a toast to one of the rarest species here on God's good earth. the mothers of the brides and the grooms.
Well, wait a minute. Let's not leave out the fathers. Well, I mean, with Vicky getting ready to have a baby, I'm just planning ahead, that's all.
Here's to the fathers. Maria, I thought you were going to give them a chance.
Oh, it's not that. It's just that I'm really not much of a drinker.
You know what you need? You need to stop worrying about this thing and, like a trip in the country. So Tom and I are driving up in the mountains tomorrow. Why don't you join us?
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Maria, Clint is right. You don't need champagne. What you need is good, fresh air from the mountains.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but I know you two have got things to do up there, and I've certainly got a lot of things to do in town.
Like what? Sit in your room and worry about Cord and Tina? Maria, they're married. There's nothing you can do to turn back the clock.
I know.
So come on. Get your jeans and your work shoes and your hiking boots and come along with us.
Maria, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, like the good old days.
The good old days. All right. If you insist, I'll come.
Why don't you let me do that for you?
Oh, I see. You're going to be that kind of husband, huh? Going to treat your wife like a helpless little doll.
Oh, no, ma'am. I'm just not going to pass up any opportunity I get to put my arms around her.
You make me feel so loved. I almost forget about how your mom showed up at the chapel to give me the evil eye.
Now, Tina, come on. My mom said that she's going to give us a chance. Now, why don't you do the same for her, all right?
Well, I can promise you this much. The next few days, your mother is going to be the farthest thing from my mind.
And what's going to be the closest?
Oh, the sun, the beach, the bed,
Bed.
and you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Nice
is
combination.
Captain Royce. The tower is cleared for takeoff. Our next stop will be that jewel of the islands, St. Martin.
Who needs a plane? I'm already flying.
Well, here we are. This has been the Lord family hideaway for years. Kind of looks like nobody's been here for years, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a little dusty, but other than that, it's very cozy and attractive.
Is it hot out or is it just me?
I'm comfortable.
Yeah, I woke up sweating in the middle of the night.
Oh, here, let me get
Hope I haven't picked up a bug someplace.
I'll get you a glass of water.
Oh, would you? The kitchen's out there. I'm going to bring down that trunk of Vicky's that has Joe Riley's memorabilia in it.
All right.
It's a beautiful view up here. And that lake.
Tom, you look startled.
I'm absolutely stunned.
I tell you, I could get used to this. Waking up every morning, going for a nice swim before breakfast, and looking at you in a bikini. Here,
Well, you know,
let me give you a hand with this.
once we get our own little dream house with our own pool, well, then I won't even have to wear a bikini.
Oh, yes? Well, I don't know if my heart could take that. At least not every day. So tell me, what do you think about married life so far, Mrs. Roberts?
I think that it's possibly the best 15 hours of my entire life. And I think it is getting better. By the minute.
You know, I remember telling you that I want to come back here because I want to get something to eat, but I'm not hungry anymore.
You're not?
At least not for food, anyway.
Oh. Well, then for what?
Guess.
Well, I have an idea. We could, consummate our marriage again. I mean, just to make sure that it's really consummated.
Hey, consummating sounds good to me.
who's staying on the Dutch side or the French side. I'm going to end up owing you more for the phone than for the plane fare. Should I be doing this? Dear Vicky, I know you've hated me since the reemergence of Nikki Smith. So to make up for my part in bringing her out, I'm giving you the following information. Every word of it is true. Cordero Roberts is actually the love child of Maria Roberts and your husband, Clint. When Maria was pregnant, Asa paid off her mother to get Maria out of town and away from Clint. He doesn't know that Cord is his son. Sorry, I'll be leaving Landview shortly and can't tell you more. But Asa can fill you in on all the details of his infamous act. Sincerely, Mitch Lawrence. Yes, damn it, I should. Yes, do you have a Mr. and Mrs. Cordero Roberts registered there?
Allison?
Mrs. Lord.
Oh. See, you've been crying. Are those tears of guilt? Because you falsely accused my daughter of murdering Mitch Lawrence when you know she didn't do it?
No, that's not it. I was sitting here...
Allison, please. You've got to tell the authorities the truth. Otherwise, my daughter's going to go to jail for a crime that she didn't commit.
Maybe not enough, though.
So,
maybe he was giving me more.
So you contend that you did not willingly leave the Waterside Inn for another hotel?
I absolutely had no control over what I was doing. Adrian, this huge guy, and in the state that I was in, they could have forced me to go anywhere.
Did you try to get away?
I did put up a fight, but it was no use. And that's when Mitch came, and they held me down, and they injected me with that hypodermic needle.
Yeah, and now you're saying there was another drug.
Yeah, a much more powerful one. I don't remember what it was. It's very foggy. It was like I was in some kind of a dream.
You know, Miss Callison, no evidence of any drugs whatsoever was found by the police either at the Waterside or on Mitch Lawrence's body, yet you're asking the court to believe the man was a walking farmer.
Sit down, Miss Callison. Sit down. Now, what happened to you after he gave you an injection of the drug?
Well, we went to the bank, and that's where he pretended to be my personal security guard.
Was he armed?
I don't remember.
Now, according to the bank official, Mr. Lockwood, you didn't try to alert him in any way that you were being forced into transferring your trust fund to Switzerland or into taking $100,000 out in cash.
I told you I was under his influence and the influence of the drugs. I had no free will.
Did you see anyone in the bank at all that you recognized?
I vaguely remember running into Delilah Buchanan, but I don't know what we talked about.
But you do remember making the transaction?
Yes. Vaguely, I do. I was still very foggy in my... I remember that a short time after that, we went back to the Waterside Inn, and that's when I began to wonder what I was doing there and when I would be able to leave.
What stopped you?
Well, that's when he gave me some more iced tea, and he promised that we would go away to Europe together during the rally, and, I remember that I agreed with him. I mean, he made me believe that I wanted to do
Sorry,
that.
at what point you put on the teddy?
I'm not sure.
Why did you put it on?
Because he told me to.
And whatever Mitch wanted, he got.
It's because of the drugs. How many times do I have to explain to you, Dad? It's because of the drugs.
Alleged drugs.
Daddy, you know
Cassie,
that
now I told you at the outset we were questioning you as Judith Sanders might. I am not your father, and Pete is not a friend, all right?
I am not lying to you. Mitch is the one
Honey.
who's been accused of a liar. Why would I lie?
Honey, I want you to listen to me now.
I'm not a liar.
Wait a minute, Cassie. That's not true. You lied to Brad Vernon, you lied to your father, you lied to your mother, you lied to everyone when you went to the Waterside Inn to become a disciple.
But that was different.
Either you are a truthful person or you are a liar. Now, it seems to me you lie very easily to get what you want. Why wouldn't you lie after you killed a man?
I didn't kill him. I don't think I did. I hit him once and then he knocked me out.
And then you recovered. You hit him again and you killed him.
No, I didn't. I don't remember what I did. I just don't remember anymore. Mrs. Lord, I was crying because Mitch is dead. And I miss him. It has absolutely nothing to do with accusing your daughter.
I was hoping that we could have a civil conversation.
In fact, I came here to thank you for saving my daughter's life when the fanatics here wanted to burn her at the stake for being a witch. Well, I know all of Mitch's tricks. I know how he fooled people. But all he really wanted to do was help the needy. And now he's gone. And now it is his disciples that are needy. They are lost without him, adrift. They're very angry. It's an awful thing to see.
Mitch Lawrence never entered anybody's life and left it better.
You didn't know him like I did. He wanted desperately to change the world.
Yes? And how has it all ended up?
Your daughter is the one who changed everything, Mrs. Lord. She set her sights on Mitch, and she was obviously willing to do anything to get him. She finally lured him with promises of her trust fund.
Oh, then you do know that he was after that.
I know she promised it to him. But she, of course, said she was going to give it to the mission when all along she just wanted Mitch. Now, he was weak. There was no doubt about that. There was greed in his soul.
And so he drugged her in order to force her to give him access to her trust fund.
Exactly the opposite, Mrs. Lord. Cassie wanted Mitch, but she didn't want the mission. And she didn't want all of us that went along with the mission. But Mitch loved me. And when he made that clear to her, she couldn't handle it. And she killed him.
I know that isn't true, Allison.
I'm afraid it is.
I know it isn't true because I murdered Mitch Lawrence. I took the candlestick and I bashed him in the head with it because I saw him leaning over my daughter's unconscious body, about to rape her. Now, unless you get over your slavish devotion to your dead leader, my daughter is going to be thrown in jail for a crime she did not commit.
It is a pity we don't have an eyewitness. It's even more of a pity that Mrs. Lord took it upon herself to make her daughter look even guiltier by stealing her away, hiding the facts, and then attempting to convince me that she murdered the man himself. That is a far-fetched idea, just like the police and I do.
I think that anyone that happened upon that scene, as Cassie described it, would reach for the nearest candlestick, too, and that includes Dorian. But I also think that she might have screamed hysterically for help and confessed to defending her daughter.
Which brings us back to that daughter.
Yeah. Did I tell you that Herb hired me to investigate the murder?
No, but I knew it.
Oh, you're smart. But then again, you've always been too damn smart.
And sure of myself.
And stubborn.
Etc., etc. Why don't we call Charles and he can give us the rest of the list of the unattractive qualities I have?
Well, they're not unattractive, Judith. Just kind of inconvenient at times. And infuriating.
May I say in my own self-defense that those qualities have certainly helped innocent people and put guilty people where they belong?
But not in this case.
This case will be decided by a jury later. Check. In the meantime, I'm going over to the Waterside Inn and take a look at the scene of the crime myself. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Before, when you admitted that you wanted breakfast so that you could influence the prosecuting attorney, you promised to take me over there. Does that offer still hold, or do I have to find a taxi with a hopefully objective driver?
Dear sister, I will take you over there and show you the con man's lair.
Good, and then Charles can pay for breakfast.
How is dear Mother Sanders, by the way? Well, maybe there'll be some of those lobotomized disciples still around over at the Waterside Inn. And you might just find out for yourself the impetus that Cassie had to defend her friend.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Any coffee left?
You finally get up? Yeah, there's some left in the pot. What time did you go to bed?
Dawn.
I suggest you take that coffee to another room, because what I'm about to do is going to give you another sleepless night.
Does it ever stop?
I just found out the hotel that Cord and Tina are in. My plane is already in St. Martin.
Yes, I don't even want to know why.
And put your hands over your ears. While I make this call.
Calling Tina to warn her?
Unfortunately, no one's answering.
Well, knowing it is her honeymoon, she's probably frolicking on the beach.
If I know Tina, she's probably frolicking in bed.
Yeah, well, that's another good reason not to answer the phone.
Well, I tell you, Pamela, they got to come up for air sometime. I'll keep calling every 2 minutes until they do.
And what if, Cord answers?
Well, that is plan 2, and I've got that, well in hand. Old Cord is going to, think that I'm a very generous fella flying them from island to island.
Just so Richard doesn't catch up with him, right? Boy, I'll tell you, that is real genius. So, of course, they get home.
Well, by then I'll have time to talk to Richard and tell him to use his brains and stop acting like some jilted lover.
Oh, Ace.
Go on, say it.
You know, pacing around this house last night, asking myself if I really was the awful wife that you accused.
Whoa. Telling Richard the truth? You should never have stayed in this room. You just should never have stayed here and confirmed what Mitch Lawrence wrote.
Okay, maybe. But in the long run, you are going to be grateful. No, I mean that. I thought about it. I realized we're just blowing this whole thing out of proportion.
The hell I have.
Yes, I'm telling you, Clint is going to be very angry for a while, but he will get over it, Asa. And you and your life as you know it now with your family, it is going to go on. Oh, I don't know, until you live it and you find it out for yourself, I guess you're just never going to believe me.
No, until you really see what's going to happen, you can make up your fairy tale. Clint fell in love for the first time in his life with the passion and all the craziness a boy's first love brings. When Maria disappeared, there was no consoling him. He and I were not getting along very well at the time. I was the object of his pain and anger.
And rightfully so. Not that he knew that at the time. I mean, that you spirited Maria away.
I'm going to lose Clint this time. I know that in my heart, not my brain. What am I talking about it for? I better do something to prevent it.
Tom, take a look at this. Joe Riley was a teenager.
Well, that's absolutely incredible.
Did you look like that?
Right down to the baseball glove in his hand.
That's scary, isn't it?
Sure is. You know, I can't get over this place. It is so much like a retreat I had once. Clint, did Joe and Victoria decorate this themselves?
Oh, yeah, I remember Vicky saying that there was an awful lot of Joe in here, that he actually was more comfortable here than he was at Lanfair.
He didn't happen to like fishing by any chance, did he?
Fishing? There's a whole shed full of fishing gear out back. I use it myself sometimes when I come up here. You know, there should be some sporting awards and some trophies in here.
Clint, you're absolutely covered in perspiration.
I must have picked up a fever somewhere.
Come here. Let me see. Oh, my, you're just burning up.
Hey, buddy, what do you say we get you to the local doctor, okay? We can look at this stuff later.
It'll pass. Here, Tom, take a look at that. That's Joe and Vicky. The last picture was taken before Joe got sick.
Joe Riley's resemblance to me is absolutely uncanny. Now, look, I don't want to push this thing too far, but Victoria looks familiar to me.
Wait, are you going to say that you went with a woman who's identical to Vicky?
No, it isn't that. It's just that I've seen her somewhere before, and I just can't place her. Wait a minute. The airport. When we came in, I saw her. That was it. She looked at me. She was absolutely shocked. Couldn't take her eyes off me.
I took Vicky to the airport just a couple of days ago. If you two ran into each other, I can imagine her reaction.
It was her.
I'm going to get some more water.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I just stood up too fast. I'm fine.
You know, Clint and Vicky are so close, it's hard to imagine that she was equally as close with Joe.
Yeah, Clint told me that if Joe hadn't died, Clint and Vicky would never have gotten together.
Over here.
Oh, newspaper clippings. Oh, stories. Stories written by Joseph Riley. Now, how about that? I wonder if he has the same writing techniques.
Oh. I tell you, Tina, I have never felt more peaceful in my entire life.
Funny, I was just thinking the exact same thing. Here I'm lying in your arms, and there is nothing else in the whole world that I want.
Good. I like it that way.
Oh, not again.
I think we better answer it this time, girl.
No, it's just some terrible people trying to horn in on my honey.
Yeah, well, maybe, and maybe not, but it's pretty obvious that somebody's really trying to get in touch with us.
Oh, all right. I'll answer it. After all, it is my wifely duty, isn't it?
All right.
Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Go ahead. You wanted to get it. Oh, Lord, girl.
Yes.
Tina, it's Asa.
Look.
Don't mention my name. Is Cord with you?
Yes.
Get rid of him. Call me back pronto. And don't alert him to anything. But don't waste time either.
Honey, what is it? Who's on the phone? What's wrong?
Mom, do you think You did not kill Mitch, Mrs. Lord.
How do you know that?
Because I saw you downstairs here during the rally.
You saw me here part of the time. You didn't see me slip up the stairs to go search for my daughter.
I don't believe you.
This story that you have made up about how my daughter killed Mitch in a fit of jealous rage is exactly that. A story. It's a fiction. What I know is fact is that you loved Mitch. You were jealous.
Everything was fine until Cassie came here.
But that doesn't mean that she murdered him. And you certainly did not witness my daughter murdering him. What you do know is that Mitch was drugging her, and that even now my daughter is a bit confused about what happened that night. And that is why I got her out of here without telling her or anybody else that I had murdered Mitch to protect her. I did not want either one of us connected with this murder.
I admire your loyalty, Mrs. Lord. But I'm afraid it only serves to convince me even more that Cassie is guilty.
Cassie never told you that she was in love with Mitch. You hated Cassie because Mitch wanted her money and he wanted her. You have got to stop protecting Mitch's image, your illusions about him. The man was a maniac. The man was a monster. You've got to know that.
And you, Mrs. Lord, are harassing a witness for the Commonwealth. You better stop it right now.
I don't know, Pete. I'm starting to think we're wasting our time here. The real killer is still out there.
I still think it was Allison. I mean, I don't have any evidence, but she was jealous and she hated me.
No, honey. Why didn't she kill you instead of Mitch?
I don't know. She flipped out over what she saw or something. I don't know.
I don't understand why the police didn't spend more time pursuing the other suspects. My God, they found a notebook of Mitch's talking about Asa Buchanan holding a gun on him, and they dropped it the moment Asa had his wife as an alibi.
My money's still on Rob and Brad. They were there.
They wouldn't have run away if they had done it.
Cassie, people panic. They kill in panic. They flee in panic. And while we'd like to think that our friends would sacrifice themselves for us, it's not always the case.
Brad Vernon has a very short history of self-sacrifice and a long one of taking care of himself.
It wasn't Brad or Rob.
Well, what about Dorian?
No.
Oh, wait a minute, Herb. Don't dismiss it out of hand. She had a motive.
Look, I was in the room when I saw her walk in, and I saw the horror on her face when she saw the body.
Couldn't it have been the horror of having just killed a person?
Believe me, it wasn't her, okay?
You realize, darling, that you're just helping us reduce the suspect list right back to you.
Well, there's also Adrian LaRue. Fortunately, he's vanished.
Wait a second. Adrian was totally under Mitch's control. How could it have been him?
Why would he kill him?
The monster killed Frankenstein.
Infuriates me. I can't get them to postpone this trial until the authorities can find this Adrian LaRue.
It was the strangest thing. This man started yelling at me, telling me that I was late to meet him at breakfast. You know, at first I thought, well, maybe I was but then I realized, of course, it's the wrong number, so I just hung up.
Well, if he calls again, let me talk to him. Maybe I'll go to breakfast with him.
Listen, Gordon, I'm kind of hungry. Would you mind going out and getting me just a little something to eat while I take a shower?
All I have to do is call room service. Where'd you put that menu?
Oh, no! Gordon, my sunglasses. I think I left them at the cabana. You know, those ones I really liked, they were really expensive.
Well, just relax. I'll just go out there and check. Maybe one of the guys at the hotel picked it up, all right?
That'd be great. And then we can eat when you get back.
Yeah. I wouldn't argue with you. Not on our honeymoon. Be right back.
Okay. Oh, don't take too long looking at all those other women in those bikinis.
Heed the messenger.
Life to live will continue in a moment. Do you wear contacts? There may be trouble. A medical report at 5.
Asa Buchanan.
Asa, it's me. What on earth is going on here?
Big trouble for both of us. You don't do exactly what I say. My personal jet is sitting at the St. Martin Airport. Take you and Cord to another island.
But why?
Just get on the plane immediately. Don't tell anyone where you're going. I don't make up any damn excuse. That kid's so starry-eyed he won't care.
Asa, would you just tell me why this is necessary?
Why? Why do you think, Tina? My little secret is going to blow up your new marriage.
Who found out?
The last person in the world you'd want to know.
Hello? Hello?
Tina? Tina? Operator.
Hello? Well, whoever it is, they must be on their way down here. Oh, Cord, honey, that man called again. I'm so scared. I don't know.
Good morning, Tina. Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Roberts. Oh, your husband isn't here?
What are you doing here? I came here to look at the scene of the crime, and I find you committing one. Allison, are you all right?
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I was not harassing her. I was trying to get her to think.
Seems to me you were telling her what to think and what to say.
It doesn't matter. I still know exactly what I saw and what I heard.
Allison, why don't you just come along, and if Mrs. Lord tries to contact you, you just don't speak to her.
John?
Yeah,
What are you doing here with her?
I drove her here. She doesn't know the area.
But you were going to help me. Instead, you're helping her to convict Cassie.
Dorian, just calm down.
How can I calm down? This is a travesty. I've got to stop it. I've got to do something.
Allison, why don't you go to your room, and I'll see you later in court?
All right. Yes, Allison. And you can tell her anything that you like, because Mrs. Sanders will believe you.
You're really intent on angering me, aren't you?
Don't do that, Dorian. Take it from a man who learned after many hard years, do not anger Judith.
Oh, come on. She doesn't scare me. And I don't give a damn about her husband's social prestige or his position as ambassador. These things do not impress me.
That is not the
John,
point.
don't run interference. Mrs. Lord wants to be insulting. Let her enjoy herself.
Do you want to know what's insulting? Insulting is confessing to a murder that I committed and having absolutely nobody believe me. You are trying to convict the wrong person.
That's up to the jury, not me.
The jury is considering the innocence and the guilt of the wrong person. This is a farce.
You are sounding very much like an hysterical mother.
You got it wrong there. I am sounding like a hysterical murderer.
Dorian, please get it together.
You know these outbursts are not going to help your daughter's case in court. I'll have you removed.
Fine, have me removed, and then later on, I'll have you removed of a few things. I'll have you removed of your social standing, your reputation, and best of all, your license to practice law.
I could have written this. I swear to you. It could have come out of my mind, out of my typewriter.
Well, you know, if it turns out that you and Joe weren't twins, you damn sure must have been soulmates.
It's just that it's a shame that you didn't get to talk to him before he died.
I've only known for a few days of Joe Riley's existence, and yet I feel this sense of loss somehow. I don't think I should go through that trunk anymore for a while, at least. It's getting to be too much.
I'm gonna get the TV out of the kitchen. I want to see if there's anything new on the Mitch Lawrence murder or those disciples that attacked Cassie and Rob.
Yeah, no, that's an extraordinary case, isn't it? I read about it in the Banner. The one thing I cannot understand is how this Mitch character got out on parole.
Well, don't think that the whole town hasn't been in an uproar. That beast. He should never have been permitted to start his cult and ruin the minds of all these young kids.
And I also read that Mitch had you slated as one of his victims, huh? You all right?
Are you still dizzy?
A little lightheaded, I think.
Tell me about this Mitch.
No, one of his many victims. I was marked for murder. Vicky was marked for a life in an insane asylum. And he was going to spend the rest of his life living a life of luxury with
Tina Lord.
The young lady that married your son.
Yes.
And as the various parties get ready for the trial today, psychiatrists and deprogrammers are hard at work, attempting to probe the psyches of the many young disciples who fell under the spell of Mitch Lawrence. In this footage from yesterday, you can see them filing into the hospital under police escort, most of them chanting, "Heed the messenger."
That's my daughter.
A group whose members were mostly young women, it is believed.
With that coat.
Attempted to burn two people.
That's Mary Lynn.
I will. Once I get my voice back.
Well, I tell you, Tina, I just couldn't stand not knowing whether Cord was making you happy or not. So I thought I'd fly down and see for myself. Oh, and to share this with you.
What's this?
A little note from one of your former lovers. Oh, you remember Mitch Lawrence, don't you? You know, that crazy guy with the devilish smile?
Oh, come on, this is all baloney. Surely you don't believe this.
Any doubts that I had were dispelled when Asa and Pam told me it was true. Oh, Asa lied at first, but Pam was too honest. In fact, I'm surprised that Asa didn't call and try to warn you. Now I know why you dumped me for Cord, Tina. Because he's a billionaire's grandson.
That's not true. I love Cordero. I have loved him for a long time. Look, I've tried to fight this, but I just couldn't keep fighting it.
Oh, you stopped fighting once you found out Cord had more money in his background than I have in mine. You are the gold digger that Clint and Vicky said you were. You are a lying little manipulator. And you know what, Tina? This is one round you're not going to win.
Richard, you're mad, and you are hurt, and you are very jealous, so please don't do something that you're going to regret.
Like what?
Please. Please just leave before Cord gets back here.
Tina, it's Cord I'm here to see.
Expect the doctor. Good. Yes, thank you. He's at the hospital making the rounds, but the secretary said that she'll beep him.
Yeah, Dr. Jenkins is just going to come over, tell me I have a fever, tell me to take 2 aspirins, drink a lot of liquids, and get some rest.
Oh, I don't think so. I think he's going to prescribe an antibiotic. Now, something is causing this fever.
Here's hope I haven't picked up some bug in the jungles there in Vietnam.
Oh, my God, I forgot. You mean it could be a parasite? That would take a little while for it to go into effect, wouldn't it? Oh, here. How's that?
Feels great.
Boy, wait till Vicky finds out that she can't leave you alone for 5 minutes.
Yeah. You know, I didn't say much to Tom, but if they did bump into each other at the airport, must have really rocked her when she sees him in person.
I think you ought to stop talking and rest, huh?
No, I don't feel sleepy. I just feel weak. You know, like I chopped down a forest and carried it home piece by piece.
I remember when you used to chop down wood.
Yeah. And did a little more than I had to, just trying to impress you. You know what I remember? I remember the way you used to take care of sick animals on Pa's ranch. Any sick calf or puppy or pony or chicken. There you were, worrying and fussing over them and playing Nurse Jane.
I used to do that on our ranch in El Paso. Al used to say I should be a veterinarian.
You probably should have. You seem to have a real feel for it. Am I slurring?
You are a little bit. You know what? I'm going to try and make you an ice pack. Why don't you just close your eyes and try to drift off, huh?
Rags.
What?
Rags. I was just thinking of Rags, that collie dog I used to have on the ranch. After you took care of him that one time, he wasn't my dog anymore. He was yours.
Would you stop going down memory lane and get some rest?
Okay.
Why don't you just go to the office?
I'm not going to spend my last day on this earth in my office.
Oh, Ethan, now he's got paranoia. I mean, what is your fantasy? Clint's going to burst in here with a shotgun and start shooting at you?
I don't care what your opinion is. Keep the sarcasm out of it, Pamela. And why the hell doesn't Tina ever call me back?
Because she's probably hustling that poor boy out of the bedroom and into a plane.
Or maybe ran into Richard in the lobby. Or Cord might be on the phone to his mama. Or his father.
Asa, it is out of your control now. You've done everything you possibly can. You're just going to have to accept what comes out now.
You know, Maria once said the secret was in the hands of fate with leaky seams. I fought it then. I'm going to fight it now. Now, just by chance, if Tina and Cord miss Richard, I will still be fighting.
And if they connect, you're still going to survive.
Hell, woman, if they connect, I am dead meat.
You're going to tell Cord that Clint is his father?
And that you knew about it, and that's why you married him.
You can't do that. Don't you realize you were going to tear this whole family apart? Clint is never going to be able to forgive Asa.
Asa shouldn't be forgiven. And that's not really your concern now, is it, Tina? So stop pretending.
I'm not pretending. These consequences to this could be awful.
Oh, for you, mainly. But Cord, he'll be saved a life of deceit. He's a decent man, Tina. Much too decent for you.
I love him and he loves me. Look, we're happy together, all right? I didn't start this secret, you know, so why should I have to pay for it?
Oh, you didn't start it, but you kept it going. And why? So that Cord could suddenly inherit 2,000 acres of prime Texas real estate. How convenient, Tina. How lucky for you that Asa is so susceptible to blackmail.
Cord deserves that. Because he was deprived of the Buchanan riches that he deserves.
Oh, just like little Tina was deprived of all the money that came with the Lord name? I mean, that's your favorite theme, isn't it, Tina? I mean, one way or the other, you're going to get what you think that you deserve. But there's a catch to it. It's got to be through a man, right? I mean, God forbid you'd actually ever have to work at anything in this world.
You go ahead. You call me every name you want to, okay? You can go ahead and hate me. But you think you're hurting just me? You were going to kill Cord.
He's strong. He'll hurt at first, but he'll get over it once I tell him the truth. I can't live with myself knowing the secret and not telling him.
Would this be burning at your conscience so much that you wouldn't be able to get back at me?
Yes, it would. My motive isn't revenge, Tina. That's just a gratifying little side effect. Oh, he's back. Should you get it, or should I?
No, Richard, please don't. Please, Richard, I'm begging you, don't.
Save the begging, Tina. You're going to need it for Cord.
Richard,
I am here to avenge the death of the messenger.
Are you around here?
I don't know. I don't remember. What difference does it make? We both know I got a fever.
Yes, but if it's dangerously high, we can't just wait for Dr. Hendricks. I mean, maybe we should get you to the hospital. Just drive right now.
How are we going to do that? You know Tom took the car. I sure as hell hope that he gets to the hospital and finds out that his daughter didn't join Mitch's mission.
Well, But if we have to, we could call an ambulance to get you to the hospital.
Oh, I don't think I really need all that fuss, Maria.
Okay, but I just don't want Vicky to get back and think that I didn't take care of you well enough while you were sick.
I'm starting to feel like that collie dog again.
Well, now you're starting to sound like Bucky again. Will you stop making light of this?
I'm not making light of it. I don't have the strength to make light of it. Boy, this is really something, isn't it? I talked you into coming up here with me and Tom to get your mind off of Cord marrying Tina, and then I end up being a burden.
Well, you're hardly a burden.
Well, thanks for that. Why don't you turn on a television set? Maybe there'll be some news on the trial.
Would you please forget about the trial? Just close your eyes and try to get some sleep.
I guess you're wondering why I invited you all here today.
I can think of better places to have a party.
I just wish the jury would file in so I could look them in the eye.
What are you going to do, stare him down?
I just can't believe that anybody in their right mind would convict Cassie of this. I can't believe they would convict anybody for eliminating that vermin.
Mom, come on. It's all going to work out.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
I just wish one of us really believed that.
Look, if you can win the jury over in that opening statement, and Judas Sanders is going to have to fight like hell to get him back.
Yeah, but only if the jury's willing to believe in brainwashing and in mind-bending drugs will they accept Cassie as a victim.
Yeah, I know, but Judas Sanders is going to claim the opposite. She's going to claim that Cassie was a willing participant.
Very anxious, Pete. I mean, we're presenting a third-party defense with no concrete suspect.
It beats the hell out of self-defense, Herb, especially when the defendant can't remember anything.
Alice, we're with you. Tell them the truth, Alice. Tell them the truth. We love you, Alice. We're with you. We're with you.
You sit right here, not with those other disciples. You'll be my first witness.
No, not now. As a matter of fact, I'll be up going rounds in about an hour.
No, you're not looking at a ghost, Dr. Woltl. My name is Tom Dennison.
You look so much...
Yes, I know.
How do you do?
Right. Thank you.
All right, sir. Your daughter's on her way. Now, despite your optimism, I think you better be prepared for a shock.
I'll send this blood sample to the local lab, Clint. But if your guess is right, and this is something that you picked up in the jungles of Vietnam, well, we'll just have to send it elsewhere.
Doctor, how long will that take?
Well, could be a week or so. And in the meantime, I'm leaving a broad-spectrum antibiotic here. Now, take one every 4 hours, starting now.
Okay.
Will these pills do it, Doc?
Hopefully. 103.
Oh, I knew it was high.
I'm going to leave this thermometer with you, Mrs. Roberts. Now, you take his temperature every hour. And if it hits 104, call me immediately.
All right, thank you.
Now, Clint, try to get some liquids down. Juice, water. Oh, and the ice bag's a good idea.
Okay, is there anything else that I could do?
Well, alcohol rubs on the chest and arms and legs will help. And, of course, aspirin every 4 hours. Okay?
Thanks for coming by, Doc.
Nice to have met you, Mrs. Roberts. Now, call me tonight and give me a report.
Oh, believe me, I
And, if you have any questions or get nervous, just call me.
I will. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye. No, sweetheart, it's Maria. Now, you be quiet and just go to sleep, okay?
God spoke to Brother Mitch, and Brother Mitch spoke to me. He said that if he should die, you must die too, Tina Lord.
But I didn't kill him.
He needs for you to join with him in eternity, and therefore you will.
Look, you don't want to spend the rest of your life in jail for killing somebody, especially for a dead man.
That's right, Mitch is gone, so you can't possibly listen to him any longer.
Don't say that! I hear it even now. He speaks in my head even now, directing me at all times.
Richard.
Look, you've been brainwashed, programmed by a maniac. Now, you'd never kill anybody on your own, would you?
See, Lord, on your knees and pray before you die. Pray for forgiveness. Beg for forgiveness. On your knees. Brother Mitch has already forgiven you your sins, but he said that you have not repented. Get on your knees and we'll see if your soul is worth saving.
Look, you really don't have to kill me. I mean, I can repent right now. I can repent for everything I ever did. I will, and then you can go and tell Mitch that I'm saved.
No! He needs you in heaven with him. Now, on your knees, and you! Stop protecting her. I don't want to have to kill you both. But I certainly will if you continue in this way. I will have no choice.
Madam Prosecutor, are you prepared with your opening statement?
I am, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're here to decide a question of guilt or innocence. A man was murdered. In life and death, this man was a very controversial figure. Some thought he was a saint, some a demon. But saint or demon, he was murdered. And in the next few days of this trial, I would like you to keep in the forefront of your mind that heinous death, not the reputation of the victim. The prosecution believes that Cassie Callison entered the Mitch Lawrence Mission for the Homeless to find out why her good friend Joy O'Neill chose to live there, despite the fact that Mitch Lawrence had been convicted of her father's death more than a year ago. Cassie Callison suspected there were wrongdoings and said that she was going to, in a testimony when she was arrested, root out all the drugs that Mitch Lawrence might have been using on her friend and close the mission. Bear in mind the fact in the next few days that the police never found any drugs on the belongings or the premises or the body of the deceased Mitch Lawrence. Nor did any disciples from the mission come forward, except for one, and testify that there were drugs being used. Now, Cassie Callison did help her good friend, Joy O'Neill, leave the mission, but she chose to stay behind. Now, why would she do that? The Commonwealth contends that Cassie Callison was dedicated to Mitch Lawrence, but not just spiritually. That she was, in fact, in love with him.
Can't you open it to us?
The defendant had access to a $3 million trust fund, which we will prove she offered to Mitch Lawrence and willingly transferred from a Landview bank to a Swiss bank account, and that she purposely misled those that were close to her as to her whereabouts several days before the murder. And we will also prove that when she discovered that Mitch Lawrence would not leave town with her, she picked up the candlestick and hit him, not once but twice. The second, a savage blow that crushed his skull, and he died instantly. And then the defendant's mother came into the room and helped her daughter wipe away the fingerprints and erase all evidence of Cassie Callison being in that room, took her home, hid her until the police came. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this crime of passion cannot be left unanswered. The Commonwealth asks you that you find Cassie Callison guilty and charged with murder in the first degree.
I will have order in this court instantly, or I'll throw you all out.
Mary Lynn, come on in.
Daddy.
That's right, sweetheart. It's Daddy. Mary Lynn, what has happened to you? What's happened to you?
I became my own person, Dad. By heeding the messenger.
I'll leave you two alone.
The messenger? The messenger? Did this messenger tell you to lie? To say that you were at summer school or college when you weren't? Did he tell you to ask me for money so you could turn it over to him, is that it?
I knew you'd be mad about this. I knew that you wouldn't understand.
Tell me something, honey. What did you do? What did you preach? You preach lying? Is that
No. I just did what I had to do so that you wouldn't cause Mitch any trouble.
it? All right, I want to ask you something else. Just how did this charlatan become so important to you?
I went to the mission after some friends told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
I found a purpose in life.
Oh.
Dad, for the first time ever, I felt important.
You see?
I was doing worthy things for people.
Your purpose in life was to get an education and then do something worthwhile. Now, I don't believe you mean what you're saying here, so just drop it, okay, and get back on track.
I am on track. I'm finally my own person. Not what you want me to be, or what someone else wants.
Your own person? You sound like a damn automaton.
I opened my soul to the truth, and the truth entered through the teaching of Mitch the messenger.
Mary Lynn, you tried to kill 2 people.
I didn't think that was the right way to punish Cassie. And I don't think Mitch would have wanted that either. But maybe so.
Honey, now you listen to me. You listen to me. This Mitch doesn't mean anything. Not a thing. You don't owe him anything. He doesn't mean a thing, dead or alive. You understand? You have a mind of your own, a conscience of your own. Okay? And you know right from wrong. I taught you right from wrong.
Daddy, stop it! You're hurting me!
We're going to get a lawyer, and we're going to get you out of here.
Help! Rudy, help, please! I want my family! I want my real family!
Stop it! Hey, come on. What's going on?
I don't want to see him anymore. Please, I want my real family, please.
You go in here with Barbara, and she'll take you back to your room. Look, I tried to warn you, Mr. Dennison. I mean, we're talking brainwashing.
Doc, I want the bottom line. Now, did that Mitch, whatever his name is, did he make a follower out of my daughter by taking her back? Did he?
You're gonna have to kill me to kill her, Adrian. Now, you don't want to do that.
One or both. It doesn't really matter. Tina Lord, are you going to pray or not? Get out from behind him and answer me. Are you going to pray or not? Yes or no?
Yeah. Sure, I'll pray. Dear Lord, please forgive me for my entire life.
You're right, Adrian. No reason to kill me, too.
Richard!
Hurry up!
Yes, dear Lord, please forgive me for everything I ever did wrong, and please, God, please, spare me. This thing, Lord, please save me. Please, somebody help me. Please, somebody help me. Oh, no! Watch out, Richard! Lord! Look out! Please! No, watch out!
What the hell is happening here?
Mitch sent him.
I thought Mitch was dead. Richard's bleeding like crazy.
It's all right. It's bleeding a lot, though.
Yeah, this is room 12. Yeah, get me an ambulance to the police as soon as you can. Get him here as fast as you can. We need him.
Look out!
Dennison, why don't you sit down and I'll pour us some coffee.
No, thanks. No coffee, thank you, Doctor, but I would like an answer to something. Tell me, did this Mitch character have sex over at this inn with any of these so-called followers?
All right, there was some, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if your daughter was involved. Now, a lot of the other female disciples talked about it. You see, I think Lawrence took these girls to bed as sort of a rite of sanctification.
It's just as good. This creep is already dead, I'll tell you that. Doc, Mary Lynn was a sweet, innocent child.
And innocence is the quality that lends itself to this sort of thing.
What have I done, huh? Have I protected my sweet little daughter from the big bad world only to have this big bad creep ruin her? Is that it?
No, it was peer pressure. It was drugs. It was hypnosis.
How could she possibly get involved in this? I just can't understand.
Well, Mr. Dennison, I think the Callison trial has started. Why don't you go over there? Why don't you sit in on that? I'm sure they'll describe the sort of things that went on at the Waterside Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Cassie's friend, Joy O'Neill, she's the one who was deprogrammed.
The one my daughter tried to say?
That's right. Why don't you talk with her, with her family? I'm sure they'd want to help you.
Good idea. All right, Doctor, I'll do that. And I would like to see the deprogrammer as soon as possible.
I'll arrange for that right away. Mr. Dennison, when this crisis is over, I'd very much like to talk with you about the possibility that you were, in fact, Joe Riley's twin brother.
I'd like that, too, Doctor. Thank you for your time, patience, and understanding.
Despite the prosecution's contention that we are here only to try the defendant, it is naive to believe that the reputation and character of Mitch Lawrence, the deceased, should have no bearing on this trial. The state allowed this man, a convicted killer, allowed him to be paroled from prison, allowed him to victimize the young people of our community, and then accused one of those victims of being his killer. But I will prove to you that it was not the defendant, Cassie Callison, who rid Landview of this monster. Someone else, someone who hated Mitch Lawrence, who entered his bedroom after he had knocked Cassie Callison unconscious and delivered the death blow. It must be apparent to you that I have stepped down from the post for which I was elected in order to defend Cassie Callison, my adopted daughter, against this utterly unfounded charge. It is precisely because I know her so well that I state to you categorically that she would never, could never fall under the spell of Mitch Lawrence unless that spell were drug-induced. Now, the prosecution talks of the police finding no evidence of drugs. I say that's true. But let's re-emphasize. The police did not find any drugs, that's all. Some of you have children. You must be aware that there are young minds that can be, manipulated into blind faith, but you're also aware that there are others that cannot be. They must be numbed first. Intelligence and will must be destroyed so that some hypnotic suggestion can take over. Iced tea. Be destroyed so that some hypnotic suggestion can take over. Iced tea. Iced tea flowed at the Waterside Inn. In fact, if every disciple of Mitch Lawrence were placed under oath in this courtroom, they would have no choice but to attest to the fact that they were required to drink several glasses of iced tea every single day. Why would Mitch Lawrence require a certain beverage, one that had no stated religious significance, unless he were lacing it with some kind of mind-bending drug?
He never drugged us!
You're lying, counsel. We were disciples. Order, I say.
I'm calling a 5-minute recess while the sheriffs clear the court of demonstrators.
You know, it's too bad the judge threw them all out. Every time they raise a ruckus, it just shows the court how much of a loony Mitch Lawrence turned them into.
Are they going to worship him forever?
I don't know. I'm just glad Joy isn't here. And I mean, in her condition, I don't know what it would do to her.
Alice, you all right?
I'm so ashamed.
Of what?
The others. We used to be an army of God, and now they're no more than a mob.
You sound very bitter. Are you sure you don't want to change your testimony?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
No. I don't want to change my testimony. The truth has to be told about Cassie and Mitch.
Good. You seem to be having second thoughts.
I want to get in as much as possible about life at the mission in my opening statements, because after that, Judith Sanders is going to be on her feet every moment objecting to anything to say about it.
Why?
Because we can't prove it. It's that simple and it's that complicated. We have to plant it in the collective jury's mind.
What a mess this is. I can't believe this is happening.
It shouldn't be. Well, Mrs. Sanders, are you proud of the way, the scene that all of Mitch Lawrence's space cadets put on?
Mr. Callison, may I have a word with you, please?
What do you think?
I doubt she'll have anything good to say.
There's still time for plea bargaining.
You getting nervous?
Oh, no, just about your daughter. Now that I see how you're going to defend her, there's really no chance, you know.
Well, you're trying to convict her on circumstantial evidence.
And you're trying to free her on alleged drug abuse and brainwashing, for which you have no proof. So before you drag her through some terrible...
Oh, I don't feel I'm dragging her just because I'm telling the truth.
Very well.
What did you want?
With another attempt at plea bargain?
I think her heart's in the right place. Too bad her mind is so far off.
If only I could have gotten that cologne bottle out of the inn, I would have had a sample of the drug tea.
Yes, if only you hadn't gone in the first place. I'm sorry.
All rise. Be seated.
Well, I believe we are ready to resume this trial. Any further outbursts, and I will clear the court of all demonstrators. Now, Mr. Callison, are you ready to resume?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just had an eyewitness demonstration of what Mitch Lawrence did to distort the minds of his young followers.
Please, please say something to me. Please say something to me. Please don't be this. Or...
Vicky. Vicky.
Clint, Vicky is with little Joey in Arizona, but I'm here, Maria.
Maria?
Maria Roberts? Once upon a time, you used to know me as Maria Vasquez. Remember, there was the cook on your father's ranch, remember? I was 14 years old when we moved there from Mexico, and, well, your brother Bo was just a little guy then. He used to follow you around everywhere like a puppy. And he used to wear this big hat, and he had this holster slung across his little waist.
Pa, look out for Bo, for Pete's sake. He's gonna get stopped. Well, who's supposed to be watching him? Well, then tie him up. Damn, can't I do anything without him around?
Hi. Still me, Maria.
Maria left me. Maria left me without saying goodbye. My Maria left me.
I was very surprised to see Cassie.
And jealous.
I don't usually eavesdrop. It's just that I was worried about what was going on.
Worried about whom?
I don't even know. Mitch had been acting, of course, but it was obvious that she was just trying to impress Mitch with her $3 million.
Objection. The jury will disregard the last statement.
Let's go back to what you saw and heard in Mitch's room.
Cassie was all over Mitch. She was wearing a very... he was going to tell her that later. Then we went down to the rally.
And Cassie stayed in Mitch's room.
Yes, I'm sure of that. He locks the door.
Make sure you nail it.
Then, as I remember it, he went upstairs and one of the other disciples took over the podium. And he didn't come back, so I went up to find him and I found him dead.
Miss Perkins, did you witness the murder?
No, but Cassie was the only one that was in the room where Mitch was killed. It had to be her.
Objection, Your Honor. This is nonsense. It's pure conjecture.
Again, the jury will disregard the witness's last statement.
No more questions, Your Honor. Your witness, Mr. Counsel.
Thank you.
Dear Richard, I am the one Mitch wanted to hurt, not Cord. And I would have taken that machete if I could have. I would take the pain from him if I could, because I love him so much. Richard, I want him to have a long and a happy life, and I just remembered why you're here. Even if he gets through this, he's not going to have a happy life, is he? Because you're going to tell him how I am. You're going to tell him that I know who he is.
Maybe I have a different perspective of your relationship now. Maybe he doesn't need to know what you did, what you kept from him. He's probably better off believing in you, loving you.
Richard, thank you.
Excuse me, Mrs. Roberts. The surgeon needs some medical information for the patient. I'm afraid the operation is more complicated than he originally thought.
Well, I don't know his medical information. We're going to have to call his mother.
Friday is the sock hop at the gym.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it?
You got a date?
No, I thought I'd just go hang out with my friends.
Well, I thought maybe we could go together.
You mean as a date?
Well, if you want to. It's okay if you don't.
No, I want to. I mean, well, I was just thinking maybe we should meet there. My mother might get mad.
Yeah, Pa, too. Okay. So we'll meet there. Well, I don't talk about this much, Maria. Pa goes nuts if I do. But I love to write. I keep notebooks and things. I got some stories.
You want to be a novelist?
Maybe. But I'll tell you, I sure liked working on the paper at school this year. Maybe journalism's where I'm headed.
I figure you'd take over the ranch, your father's oil business.
No, I don't care for that much. Well, how would you feel about going steady with a guy that might end up in the newspaper business? Oh, I'm not saying this right. Maria, will you go steady with me?
Oh, go ahead. I'll go steady with you no matter what you want to do.
Hot damn.
Bucky, my mother said I have to start meeting some boys of my own nationality.
Damn it. Why is she making this so hard? I mean, doesn't she know that we're in love?
That's why she's making it hard.
Maria, I can put up with all the heat. You mean that much to me. But are you strong enough to keep on fighting?
Oh, Bucky, I love you so much. I'll fight forever.
Oh, as soon as we're of age, we're going to get married, and then your mom and my pa will have to shut up. Because nothing's going to come between us, Maria.
Oh, Clint. I wasn't up to the fight, was I? I let them tear us apart, even though I even though I loved you so much.
I love you, Maria.
I served tea to all the guests.
But is it not true that Cassie's unexpected turnaround took place shortly after you served her the tea?
I guess I don't remember exactly.
Mr. Callison, could we get to the point?
Yes, it is the contention of the defense, Your Honor, that the tea was laced with drugs.
Inadmissible, Your Honor. No evidence of drugs has been introduced by the defense.
It is speculation, Mr. Callison, and you are forcing the witness to speculate also.
I will move off the subject, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Miss Perkins, were you in love with Mitch Lawrence?
Objection. What bearing could this have on the case?
A great deal. I say that the witness is prejudiced, and I intend to prove it.
The witness is instructed to answer the question.
Yes. I was in love with him.
Did you sleep with the man you were in love with?
Really, Your Honor?
No, the prosecution talks about young women falling into spells. I just want to know how many and how he went about it.
Yes, sounds reasonable to me. Objection overruled.
Did you make love to Mitch Lawrence?
Yes.
And did you know of any others who did?
Yes, but it wasn't what you think. Mitch had to take some of the women disciples up to his room in order to strengthen their faith.
Strengthen their faith. How do you feel about that, Miss Perkins?
I hated it. I didn't understand why he had to do it. I tried to talk him out of it, but he said that he had to do it.
Did it ever occur to you that perhaps Mitch Lawrence just enjoyed having sex with a lot of young women?
Objection!
That had nothing to do with the faith.
Objection!
Oh, yes, it is definitely objectionable, Miss Sanders, but that's how he operated.
Now, Mr. Callison, you know better than this.
Yes, I do. All right. Miss Perkins, was there any one disciple of whom you were particularly jealous?
Cassie.
Cassie Callison, the defendant. Why is that?
Because I never believed that Cassie was dedicated to anything but Mitch. Certainly not the mission. And all she would do was run around flaunting her money in order to get Mitch's attention.
Mitch Lawrence was attracted to the $3 million then?
Of course. He was going to use it for our work.
Is that what he told you?
Yes.
And you believe it?
Yes.
Yes. Just as you believe that he was taking his disciples to bed to strengthen their faith. But isn't it true that when you saw Cassie Callison with Mitch, you became enraged?
Yes, I was angry.
Angry enough to come back into the room after he had knocked Cassie unconscious?
Objection, Your Honor.
Jealous enough to pick up a candlestick and strike it dead.
Oh, no, that wasn't how it was. It was Cassie who did it. She was up there. She was trying to use her body and her money in order to make Mitch leave us. But when he wouldn't leave, she killed him.
I want that struck from the record.
She's the killer. Cassie Callison killed Mitch.
You are out of order.
Stop it right now.
You sit down immediately.
No. Because you see, I should be on trial here, Your Honor, not my daughter. I killed Mitch Lawrence, and I can prove it to you. Did you find Court's mother?
Not yet. I left word at the Banner and the Vernon Inn. My secretary's going to keep calling. She's got the number here. So she's going to call back as soon as she finds out from Mrs. Roberts.
But does she know how important this is? Court might die if we don't get his medical information, and his mother would be the only one who'd even know it.
Look, I said it was extremely important. A medical emergency. But there's no reason to alarm Mrs. Roberts until we talk to her.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, this doctor came out here and asked me if I knew anything yet, and he said...
Well, he said what? Go on, tell me.
He said the Court is a lot worse than he thought. And he said the surgery was very difficult. And I know what he's trying to tell me.
Look, they say just what they mean, Tina. And these doctors are very precise.
No, Richard. No, I could tell by the look in his eyes. I could tell by the tone of his voice that he's trying to get me to accept the fact that Cord is going to die.
all right. I'm still here.
I don't give a damn what Pa says. We'll be together from now on. There's nothing he can do or say about it.
Hold me tight. He scares me.
Oh, don't let him. I can handle Pa. There's not a power on earth that can take you away from me. My God, you're beautiful.
So are you.
That's something to say about a face like this. But I'm glad you feel that way. You're going to be looking at it for a long time now. How many times have I told you I love you today?
Not enough.
I still love you.
Your Honor, I insist that you hear me. No, forgive me. I beg you to hear me. I beg you to swear me in and let me make my confession. I killed Mitch Lawrence.
I want quiet in the courtroom. Quiet.
Your Honor, I object. This woman is disrupting the court. She's interfering with my client's right to an impartial hearing.
There shouldn't be a hearing. Cassie should never be on trial.
No, it was Cassie. I saw her there.
Now, order in the court. Mrs. Lord, did I hear you properly?
That I murdered Mitch Lawrence? Yes, Your Honor, you did.
And you have proof to support such a claim?
I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am guilty.
We are going to have order in the court, or we will have an empty courtroom. Mrs. Lord, when will you be prepared to offer such proof to the court?
I'm ready right now, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We shall have to ask the jury to leave the court until we determine whether Mrs. Lord's testimony is in fact relevant to the case of Cassie Callison. Bailiff, please take them to the jury room.
This way.
What is my mother doing? How is she going to prove that she did something she didn't do?
I have the slightest idea what she's doing, unless she's been telling the truth all along and none of us would listen to her.
Trying to throw this case into mistrial before it even starts.
What does it matter? There never should have been a trial in the first place. I am trying to talk to the one person who seems to want to actually listen to me.
Look, I am more than ready to have this case thrown out for the right reasons, but not impulsive, wild ones like this.
Yes, killing Mitch Lawrence was wild and impulsive on my part, but I would do it again to save my daughter from what that animal had in mind for her. This is the most sensible thing that I have ever done in my life.
Right. The only thing sensible about making a shambles of a courtroom is the contempt sentence that goes with it. That judge is going to wring your neck.
You wait and see. He's going to give me a medal.
Through telling you. Sheriffs, bailiff, clear the court. Remove all spectators. Counsel for the defense. Madam Prosecutor, Mrs. Lord, approach the bench, please. Mrs. Lord, let's hear your proof. And this better be good. The court will not tolerate your wasting its time.
You're damn right I want you to stay down there. And you call me here and you're worried about the boy here anytime, day or night. Bye.
My lord, what is going on? I can hear you all the way upstairs.
That was my pilot. I sent him down to take Tina and Cord off the island before Richie got there. You're not going to believe this. Things are happening down there one after the other.
No, I believe it. I mean, something about the plane.
Yeah, I wish it were that simple. I don't know how Richie got there first. But you know what's worse? Some lunatic got in Tina and Cord's room and attacked the three of them with a machete.
Oh, my lord. Is anybody hurt?
Richie got cut up a little bit. He's all right. Not too bad. And you can bet that Tina didn't get a hair in her head mussed up. But poor Cord.
Oh, Ace, I'm sorry.
Well, he's hanging on. He's alive, but that's what we're hanging on to. He's in surgery. He's in pretty bad shape. Damn damn it, this would not have happened if I'd gotten my way and gotten that boy out of town.
Wait a minute, he was out of town.
Oh, sure he was out of town, in Tina's clutches. This whole thing is going to blow up.
Oh, Asa, I told you the truth like this. You can't just keep that from so many people.
Well, I wasn't able to keep it from the spider lady Tina, was I? Now that poor kid's in a web. The same thing's going to happen to him what happens to everything she touches. And Pam, that boy could die.
Asa, I'm sorry. I hear you talking about Tina and who knows what. I'm your wife, and honey, you can tell me. I know it's really upsetting, and it's that Cord is wounded, isn't it? I just let it all go. Just forget all about the rest of it, honest.
How can I? My whole house is coming down around me.
Your life is not going to be destroyed by anybody else, Asa Buchanan. And if you hadn't manipulated those children's lives when that girl was pregnant, then none of this would have ever happened in the first place.
Don't you dare throw 20-odd years back at me. I did the best any man could do at the time. Right now, I'm trying to stave off total collapse.
The truth never hurt anyone.
Uh-huh. If Richie got to court before that maniac got in, you'll see quickly how wrong you are.
What difference is it going to make if Cord doesn't live?
It's not like that. The doctors say what they mean. And right now they're trying to get Cord stabilized, repair the injuries. Well, it's always complicated in a case like this. That's why they need the medical history. But you've got to stay positive.
Tina.
Every time I see you, I see you in my mind.
Girl, I have seen you like this since the minute I laid eyes on you. It's never gonna stop.
Make love to me now.
The doctors here are really very capable.
I'm sure they are. But what were you saying?
The Cord's going to be all right. So there's really no need for me to stay here. I'm going to go back to Landview.
No, Richard, you can't do that, please. Look, I know I was very mean to you. In fact, I was the worst I could possibly be, but I didn't mean to. I couldn't help it.
Look, Tina, what am I supposed to do? You're married to another man.
And he may die. Richard, I can't even imagine what life would be like without Cord, please. Please, you can't leave me alone now.
You scared me, Clint. I thought you might have heard me. I can't let that happen after hiding everything all these years. I pretended even to myself that I could stop loving you. I had to because it hurt so much. I loved you more than you'll ever know. Oh, Al was the best man a woman could ever hope for. As good as you in every way but one. I couldn't love him the way I loved you. But he loved me and married me when I was in trouble, and I was a good wife to him, Clint. Oh, Bucky, how could I have been such a fool back then? How could I let my mother take me away? If only I could have seen the truth. I didn't know you'd be the only man I could have loved. Clint? Are you awake?
No more talking about Cord dying. Understood?
Yes, fair enough. Oh, Asa, because we're both so concerned about Cord, maybe we just ought to call his mother and find out if she's heard anything. Oh, my gosh, I wonder if Maria's even heard about Cord's attack.
I hope I'm not one that's not going to give her the bad news, but that hell, she's been bad news to me ever since I met her. Maria Roberts' room, please.
I don't know how you can say that kind of thing. Maria Roberts is a lovely woman.
She'd have been more lovable if she stayed in El Paso. You know what's driving me crazy? Not knowing whether Richard got the cord and opened his big mouth.
About the truth.
The truth? I don't care about the truth. I'm imagining some kid just coming out of ether, in his head rolling around, my daddy's not my daddy is Clint, my mom and my wife, both liars. Think about it.
No answer?
Oh, listen, I'm so sorry to be late, but the phone wouldn't stop ringing. I had these clients that I just had to take care of.
What are you sorry about? I didn't even know you were supposed to come over here.
So you'd not be a horse's neck. We had an appointment with Delilah.
Yeah, and I just want to thank you for being so generous, offering this house for Rafe and my wedding.
Oh, yeah, well, beats us having to build a cathedral for you.
Well, this is almost as good. I don't know how I'm getting any work done. I mean, I got flowers and the table settings that I'm thinking about and worrying about and the menu to give to cook. Pamela, I hope you're going to be able to help me.
Yes, of course if I can.
Do you think there's maybe too many people, too much food for a cook to handle? Perhaps I should hire a caterer. What do you think?
No, I don't think so. Asa, what do you think?
No, you're right.
Did I come in a bad time?
No, not a bit. We've been listening to you.
Yeah, but your minds are someplace else. Maybe it's selfish of me, having this wedding now while Cassie's up for murder.
Delilah, we're all very upset about Cassie, but come on, we have got to go on living, right? And a happy event like this, well, it gives us, it's a relief to think about it.
Absolutely right. Keeps our mind off our troubles. You know, I've been hearing what you're saying. You know, about the cook and the mob coming through here and all.
Hey, sir,
Now, listen to me. You know, you got to think about this. You have a lot of other alternatives. There's some beautiful churches in this town. Half of them empty, and they'd love to get the money from some big wedding. The restaurants here, they'd love to get your reception supper. Hell, I'll pay for the
I can't believe it. I just don't believe you're saying this.
Oh, I can. It's the classic Asa Buchanan brush-off. No thanks, Asa. I'm not going to have you or anyone else pay for my wedding. Rafe and I can just manage ourselves, thank you.
Delilah, don't be upset. Come back. I didn't mean anything by it.
Oh, no, except everything that you just said.
Listen up. You can have this house for your wedding. I can throw a rock concert in here. But I'm worried about poor Pamela.
Poor little Pamela, what?
Well, you know, honey, how you've been feeling lately. You're kind of wrung out. Your father here, and then involved in that prison break, the business with Tina. Both of us are worn out.
You know, what you're really trying to say is that I'm the one that's too tired to throw a wedding for Delilah.
Yes, Pamela, I can see that.
Well, I can't, Asa. And I really had it with you. I am tired of you using me as a phony excuse for one thing or another. Anything you can or don't want to face up to. No more, mister. No more. No more evasions and no more lies. Delilah, I feel absolutely wonderful. And I would be delighted to have the wedding here anytime you want. You just let me know.
Thank you. Asa, what have you done this time?
Mrs. Lord, I want to make sure that the gravity of what you are saying is indeed clear to you. The killing of another human being is the most serious crime mankind knows.
I'm well aware of that, Your Honor. It was alarmingly brought home to me, though, when my daughter was falsely accused of that crime.
Your Honor, Mrs. Lord has been under a terrible strain.
This is not news to any of the people standing before you. I have been trying for days to confess to anybody who would listen to me, to the murder of Mitch Lawrence, but nobody would pay any attention. I tried to confess to both defense counsels and to the special prosecutor.
And how have they responded?
They have treated me as if I was a mental defective. They accused me of lying in order to try to save my daughter.
And are you? Strike that. Tell me about the killing of Mitch Lawrence.
Well, Your Honor, anybody who has read the newspapers knows that Mitch Lawrence was killed by a blow to the head with a candlestick. that's only part of the story. Because you see, there were 2 candlesticks that were in the room. The first candlestick, my daughter Cassie used to hit Mitch Lawrence on the head. That just stunned him temporarily. I hit him with the second candlestick, and then I replaced it on a table that had a kind of altar on it that was near the door.
Your Honor, this is proof of nothing. The crime scene technicians examined the candlesticks. There were no fingerprints. She can claim anything she wants.
Of course I wiped the fingerprints off. Your Honor, I was trying to get away with murder.
Dorian.
If, indeed, the police did examine the candlesticks as carefully as she says, then that will prove that I did kill Mitch Lawrence. I'm sure that it's in the report from the police lab.
And what does an unmarked candlestick prove, Mrs. Lord?
It proves, Your Honor, that I did murder Mitch Lawrence. Because you see, when I saw that that man, that monster, was about to rape my daughter, I became furious. And I took the candlestick and I hit him with all of my might. I hit him so hard that I could hear the candlestick crack. It didn't fall apart, and you couldn't see the crack. But I'm sure that a microscope will show a crack in that second candlestick.
You haven't had a chance to present your case yet, Madam Prosecutor. Is this lady telling the truth?
With regard to the second candlestick, yes, there was a hairline crack. In fact, it was determined that it, not the one next to the body, was the murder weapon.
Yes, how do you know that?
In the crack, there was a speck of dried blood, and it matched Mr. Lawrence's type. This fact has not been made public.
There, you see. Your Honor, I told you I wouldn't waste your time.
Yes, promise kept, indeed.
Your Honor, could I have a word with you, please?
Bailiff, please call this court back into session.
Sorry, Richard. I really shouldn't act like this. It's not fair. I certainly don't have any claim on you.
Injuries like cords put things in perspective. You needn't worry about me.
But I do. And I always will. I've learned a lot of things from Cord, and one of those things is to be less selfish. That's why he can't. That's why he's going to make it through this. I know he's going to, because he wouldn't want me to spend the rest of my life crying over him, because he'd want me to do something meaningful with it.
He's a fine man. I know that.
I know. I mean, did you see the way he rushed in front of that maniac to save us? He's incredible.
He's got spirit and a lot of guts.
Yeah, he does. So do you. Richard, I can't thank you enough for being with me through this process.
Look, Tina, if there's anything I can do, any medical questions you need answered, or if you want a new doctor flown in, just ask.
It's very generous of you. I hope maybe we could even be friends now.
Now, Tina, don't push. This is an emergency. Now, I'd be inhuman if I didn't offer to help you, especially Cord. But in a way, I'm kind of getting out of surgery myself. Losing you the way that I did, the way that you lied to me, still hurts a lot.
All right, okay, maybe I asked for that one, all right, but at least now you know that I really do love Cord.
I'm sure you do. I suspect you always did. But tell me the truth, Tina. You were going to go through with it. You were going to marry me until you found out that Cord was Clint's son and that he's going to be wealthier than I am.
Richard, please, now you promised me. Don't go back on your word. You said you wouldn't tell Cord. You know what a shock this would be and what it would do to him.
He's going to find out whether I tell him or somebody else does.
Yeah, but not now, not so soon. And Richard, he can't ever find out that I know. He can't ever find out that I know who he is and I didn't tell him.
You're right, Tina. It is going to be hard for people to believe that you've changed. I mean, Cord is desperately injured. I'm miserably upset, and you're worried about being caught up in another lie.
All right, okay, call me a terrible person if you want, okay? But please, please don't tell Cord.
Don't worry, I won't. But not for your sake. I'll keep my mouth shut because I feel sorry for the guy. After all, Tina, if he does survive, he's going to have to live with you.
You make a good nurse.
Thanks. But I don't think you're out of the woods yet, even though your fever's down.
You know, I remember a lot of talking.
Oh, yeah? Who was talking?
I think it was me. I don't remember what I was saying.
Oh, you were saying a little bit about everything, about our being kids in Cherokee County and your horse, Pebbles.
Pebbles? Well, I learned a lot from that old horse, most of it the hard way. What else?
Oh, about your pa and your brother Bo around the ranch. Now, here, why don't you sit this and finish that? I don't think you should be talking so much.
Did I say anything about you? I mean, Pebbles was a good horse, but you were the biggest thing in my life back then.
Order. This court is now reconvened.
Cassie Callison, will you rise, please? As you know, some startling and persuasive new evidence was introduced into this courtroom just a few moments ago. But the Commonwealth can no longer support the charges of murder that were filed against you. Therefore, it is my pleasure to tell you that the case of the people versus Cassie Callison is dismissed.
I can't believe this.
My darling, my darling.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
I'm scared to death of you.
Why on earth?
Madam Prosecutor, I've instructed the sheriff to make arrangements to book Dorian Lord for murder.
Very relieved for myself, but I still don't know what to believe. Did you really kill Mitch?
What does it matter? Your nightmare's over and done with, and it cannot be brought up again.
What about when they find out you're lying? They'll just come and arrest me again.
They can't, can they, Herb?
No, it's double jeopardy to try a person twice for the same crime.
Well, they didn't even they didn't even try the case. They didn't even hear it.
Well, technically it doesn't matter. The judge dismissed it, and he may wish he hadn't, but it's official, and we can all be thankful for that.
Then you don't believe her either, do you?
I don't know, honey. I don't know if I do or I don't. But it was a very convincing confession, Dorian. It's a confession you may end up regretting.
Why should I regret it? Cassie's free.
It's going to make your defense very tough. We have to figure out what we say when Judith Sanders stands up and starts reading out your own words back to you and to a jury.
A jury?
Yeah.
Does it really have to go that far?
Well, you better believe it. Now, we may be able to work that to our own advantage. That is, if you plan to engage me for your defense.
Of course I do. I wouldn't trust anybody else.
Well, good. Okay. Now, this is what I want to do. I want to get an all-female jury for that trial, at least as many as I can. I think women will understand better a woman's passion, a mother's passion or care or concern to save her child from being raped.
Funny, I hadn't given a thought to my own trial. I was so busy worrying about how to get Cassie out of this one.
I'm sorry, Mom. It was all my fault.
Oh, nonsense.
Mrs. Lord, it's time for us to go. Excuse me, go where?
Well, Mom, this is the matron from the police department, and she's come to take your fingerprints and your mugshot.
Fingerprints and mugshot? Herb, can't you do something about this?
I'm afraid they have to book you, but I will try to arrange bail as quick as possible, okay?
This way, Mrs. Lord. And I just want to say that I watch you every day on television. I really enjoy your program. All of us down at the women's detention room feel we
I didn't know a shave and shower could feel so good.
Oh, you were up there so long, I thought you passed out.
Nah, I may not be well, but I sure am better.
Well, you still look a little weak.
Yeah, well, at least the fever broke. How long did they say it'd take for a car to get out here and pick us up?
Probably another half an hour.
It hardly gives me enough time to thank you for taking care of me the way you did.
Remember me? I'm the one who always took in all those sick little kittens.
Yeah, I remember that. You know, I guess you're just made of stronger stuff than I am, Maria.
Well, don't be silly. Anybody could get a virus.
No, I'm not talking about that so much as I am about the fact that, well, you know, back when you left Cherokee County, and all the years after. You know, when you left without saying anything to me, I got a little squirrely. I turned into a regular hellion, actually. I dated every lady that'd go out with me, and there were a few of them. But you know, there wasn't one I could ever bring myself to say I love you to. But not you. You bounced right back. Hell, you just never missed a stride. You went to El Paso, met Al Roberts, and married him.
Does that seem heartless to you?
No, hell no. I wish I could have done it that way. But I didn't. Couldn't. All I could do was, fight with anybody over any little thing, mainly with Pa. I guess I went a little crazy when I didn't know where to find you. That's why I left the ranch, you know. That and the fact that Pa and I would have killed each other if I'd have stayed on, so... I left and never went back. Just jumped in my yellow pickup with a red stripe, and... You remember that pickup, don't you?
How could I forget?
I guess I probably covered every mile of road in the state of Texas. Looking at every little dark-haired girl I came across. But none of them was you.
I guess you were terribly hurt. I'm sorry.
Fella's got his pride. And mine took a beating. I kept thinking that you would, that you'd write to me, you know? Hell, I even fantasized about what you'd say.
You're wearing yourself out. I think you're still a little weak.
I'm not weak. I'm not weak, Maria. I might be exhausted, but I'm not weak. So tell me, why didn't you write to me?
God knows I wanted to. But Mama convinced me that I shouldn't. She even begged me not to.
It seems to me that I remember you standing up to your mother before. Why didn't you then? Why didn't you then? I mean, we're not talking about some date you and I were supposed to have. We were going to spend the rest of our lives together, remember? But so what if she told you she didn't want you to get in touch with me? Huh? Why? What happened? Why didn't you try and get in touch with me?
Cord, I can't stand knowing that if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. You'd be out and you'd be healthy and happy. Boy, Mitch swore he was going to take revenge against me, and boy, he sure did, didn't he? Look, honey, I know I've done awful things in my past. But I swear to you, none of them are going to come back to hurt you again. I swear to you. You know, for a while there, I thought God was going to take you away from me to punish me for all that. But the doctors told me you're going to be all right. They did. And I really wish there was something I could do to make you more comfortable, but I can't. All I can do is sit here and be by your side. Right where I'll always be. Chris, what's wrong?
Mrs. Roberts. I'm going to call the doctor.
What? Oh, Cord, no. No, Cord, please. No. Come on, Cord. Please.
Listen, Ace, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get involved between you and Pamela.
Oh, don't worry about it. You know, it's what I've been saying. She's tired. She's under a lot of stress. You know, there's no way she can have a big wedding in her house. As a matter of fact, as long as you're here, I was hoping you'd help me try and have her take things easy.
Well, that's fine. And I can have my wedding anywhere, but I don't think that's with Father and Pamela or you.
Oh, what do you think it is?
I don't know, but I think you ought to ask yourself that question. Is there something that's going on in Pamela's life lately that's upsetting her?
Well, you know, we had a little quarrel, you know, like a thunder shower. They come and go, and then sunshine comes out after. Oh, shoot, you and I had them. You know, they pass.
Well, I hope so, because Pamela she's a perfect wife for you.
Yeah, I know that.
No, and I don't mean she's just great. She's perfect. She's been through a lot for a long time.
Well, no argument, Delilah. I guess you need a lot of endurance to put up with me. And I'll be honest, what's eating at Pamela could have been avoided if I did certain things.
Such as?
Mainly keep my mouth shut from time to time. I'm not going to let this quarrel go on one more day.
Good.
I'll give you my word.
Good.
And if Pamela and I put this together, maybe you and Rafe can have the wedding here. I know you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd like to have it here, but I don't want to upset Pamela in any way.
Don't worry, Delilah. I'll straighten Pamela out.
All right, that's the last one. Good. No problems.
No problems? Do you have any idea how much I pay for a manicure? I mean, I hope this ink is going to come off.
Mom, it wears off after a while. You found that out firsthand, didn't you?
Oh, honey, I'm so glad this part's over for you.
For me, it is. I just hope Jack can take her out of this mess.
Oh, don't worry. He's probably getting the charges dropped against me now.
Listen, you can use this chemical wipe. It'll take the ink off your hands here.
Thank goodness. Thank you very much.
Mom, I want to tell you something. I still think that confessing to Mitch's murder for me is the most incredible thing I've ever seen you do. I can't believe it worked.
Honey, the only thing that was important to me was to get you out of that courtroom and to make sure that you didn't have to go back. Everything else that I had tried, from wiping the fingerprints off the candlesticks to trying to get Herb not to turn you in, didn't work. So, I had no choice but to tell everybody that I killed Mitch Lawrence.
Mom, the only reason that it worked was because you presented an airtight case against yourself. I just hope you don't have to go to prison.
We thought we had a problem with Cassie's case?
Tell me about it.
Gentlemen, I'll see you soon.
Well, it's going to be a little while. We've just started now to hammer out a new defense.
Defense for what?
For our client, obviously.
What are you talking about? Dorian Lord just confessed to murder. There's no need for a defense, just a sentencing.
Now, Judith, there's going to be a trial. How about it? Tell you what, our client pleads to a lesser charge, say involuntary manslaughter, and we might accept a suspended sentence.
Suspended sentence. Do I look like I just came from a correspondence course? Dorian Lord committed cold-blooded murder and admitted in front of 12 witnesses and a judge, and you have the nerve to suggest I let her walk away?
Yes, I do, because if you don't, I guarantee we'll win it on merit, and it will cost the taxpayers a lot of money.
That's right. It's a bargain. Take my advice and grab it.
They still electrocute people in the state of Pennsylvania for murder. I don't know if you're blind to this woman's astonishing ego, or whether the man she killed was the Adolf Hitler of Llanview, but she's going to pay for it. Dorian Lord will do time. I promise you.
In big trouble, Pete.
Why didn't you try and get a hold of me?
Well, I don't know. It was a long time ago, Clint. All I remember is when we got to El Paso. I missed you so terribly. And certainly my relatives didn't understand. They kept teasing me something awful. They kept saying, oh, she'll get over it, and he's just a cowboy who only wants one thing.
You knew better than that. You knew how much you meant to me.
Well, sure, but... Well, again, my mother persuaded me. She said, girls fall very hard the first time, and there'll be many, many other guys.
So along came Al.
Yes, and along came Al.
And you proved your mother's point by
by falling for him.
Well, maybe she was right. I mean, maybe we weren't so serious in the first place. Clint. Are you all right?
Well, maybe I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Boy, we do build our fantasies, don't we? There I was, tearing up those Texas highways in a yellow pickup truck with a red stripe on a wild goose chase looking for you, and you were already a little bitty bride, just a little bit pregnant with little Court. Man, I could have passed you up and I'd never even known it.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, what the hell? You had a good thing with Al, didn't you?
Good. Oh, it was a wonderful marriage. It was such a rich one. Al just loved it to dance and joke around, and we just loved to ride together. You should have seen the first day he was teaching Court how to ride.
Oh, hell, I can just see the three of you right now. I'll bet he promised you the state of Texas the day you presented him with the son, didn't he?
You bet. He was so happy.
Happy? Happy doesn't cover something like that, does it? A fella holds his firstborn child in his arms. He's about as close to being blessed as he can be. You know that's going to happen to me in a few more weeks. And I have waited for it. I have waited for it for one hell of a long time.
Oh, the car is here. Are you ready?
You bet. I'm ready.
No, Court, please. Please, no, you're too young and too strong that I'm... Court, please. We have so much to live for. Court, please, come on.
Is it you? What's wrong?
Oh,
What's wrong?
oh, Court, thank God. I was so scared.
Why? I'm right here.
Well, you're awake.
Nurse, what happened?
Something went wrong with the machine.
I'm so glad to see you, girl. Having a good time on your honeymoon?
Oh, they don't have a case against me.
They have a confession. That's all they need, Mom.
Honey, prison's not on my agenda.
It's not your agenda. They're interested in you.
Touch it
Dad.
before they took you off.
Took me where?
Look, now, I've got a slightly aggrieved judge waiting for you. I caught up with him before he went off to a barbecue for his granddaughter, persuaded him to stay late for your arraignment and bail hearing, okay?
Good. That means Mom won't have to spend the night in jail.
Right.
Jail? Who thought I was going to jail?
Judith Sanders, for one.
Well, then, you've managed to save the day, haven't you? I'm going to have to buy you a drink on the way home for being such a superb defender of womankind.
Darling, as soon as we get out of here, you and Pete O'Neill and I are going to sit down and plan your defense, and we better move quickly.
Defense? What kind of a defense do I need for saving my daughter's life from a psychopath?
The prosecutor doesn't see it that way. In fact, as far as she's concerned, she'd just like to skip the trial altogether.
Wonderful. We're all agreed.
Not quite. She wants to send you directly to prison.
Dad, a madman was killed, a menace removed from our community. How can they try me?
Where there's a victim, there's a criminal?
That's
Exactly what Mrs. Sanders thinks. But I'm telling you, I will not be a scapegoat, a stepping stone for that woman's political ambition.
Now, Dorian, whatever her motives, she's got your confession, and she means to run with it. Now, I've already offered her a plea for a suspended sentence. She came down hard. She wants blood.
They have Mitch Lawrence's blood. What else do they want?
Yours. All right, Abbott, let's get it over with. Now tell me how you told poor Cord the truth. That Clint was his real father, that Tina married him for his name and his money, and that his grandpa Asa was engineered the whole shooting match. Go on.
You never change, do you? Your own grandson could be dead or alive, and all you care about is saving your own neck.
Don't you dare lecture me, boy. My feelings for my grandson are my concern, not yours.
Oh, then you do have feelings for Cord. Will wonders never cease?
Damn it, Abbott, we're talking about that letter from Mitch to Vicky. Did you tell Cord about it, or didn't you?
Hey, what's all the racket? I can hear you guys yelling out in the driveway.
Oh, it's nothing, son.
It didn't sound like nothing to me.
Well, Asa wanted to know how we were going to handle Dorian's confession for tomorrow's banner, and since no one could get hold of you...
Well, there's good reason for that, Richard.
What is it, son?
I was up at the cabin, Paul. I came down with something.
Hey, maybe you should take a nice vacation. Maybe join Vicky.
No. All I need is some work. Work and the letter.
Letter?
Yeah, the letter that Mitch Lawrence sent to Vicky. I mean, now that Dorian has confessed to that murder of Mitch Lawrence, I figured there might be something in the letter that could help her. You do still have it, don't you?
I am my own person. I heed the message.
Liar! You're not your own person. You're Mitch's personal robot. Yeah, robots sit at attention. Robots can't think. Robots can't feel. You know, you are a mechanical wind-up toy.
What's he doing with her in there?
I told you. I tried to warn you it wasn't going to be easy to wait out here. Why don't you sit over there?
No, I'm staying right here. Thank you.
And you would rather remain a toy, isn't that right? You'd rather for someone else to turn your key, set you in motion. It's so much easier than thinking for yourself, isn't it?
Stop it. You can't say these things to me.
Why not? Because of the truth? Does the truth hurt a little bit, Mary Lynn? That's good. That's good. Maybe that means that there's a shred of a human being left inside of you. Is there, Mary Lynn? Is there a human being in there?
Stop it, I said! Dr. Wally, let me out of here!
I'm not going anywhere.
Let me out! Will you let me out?
Okay, that's it.
Mr. Dennis, hey, go in there.
Hey, you! Put her down. What are you doing to my daughter, huh?
I'd say that this was an occasion for champagne.
Well, I'd say let's skip the party. You're out on bail, you're not free, and you've got to go back to court in a couple of days.
A lot can happen between now and then, my darling. Would you try to relax?
Look, Mom, I really think you should take this seriously. Did you see the look on Judith Sanders' face? I mean, she is waiting to hear you plead guilty.
Except, we're not going to plead guilty, see? There are certain extenuating circumstances. If I can just get your mother to help me prepare her defense, we're going to get out of this just fine.
The two of you seem determined to turn this cheerful evening into a tedious legal discussion. Now, I won't allow that.
I'd rather go to prison. I'm told that's tedious, too.
There's only one thing that's important here, Herb. Tell me again. That Cassie can never, ever have to stand trial for Mitch's murder.
Dorian, for the 19th time, I'm sure she cannot be tried twice for the same crime. It's called double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy. I just love the sound of that.
Good.
Double jeopardy. So that makes my defense really rather simple.
It does?
Yes. I just tell the judge I deny the whole thing.
You what?
What? You both heard me. I'll tell him I never did it.
Confessed to the murder of Mitch Lawrence, and now you're taking it back?
I've never held you to your word, have I?
You said it in court.
Yes, but that's because I was trying to keep Cassie out of court. And look at her. Is she behind bars? No. She's back in the bosom of her family where she belongs.
You belong in Mountain View. You can't just make a confession to a murder and then turn around and deny it.
Why not? I mean, for goodness sakes, would you rather that I go to prison?
No, Mom, nobody wants you to be in prison. We just don't understand how you could admit to killing Mitch and then all of a sudden say you didn't do it.
It's a free country, isn't it? I hope a woman may change her mind.
I'm going bonkers. This is not a matter of choosing red shoes or blue shoes.
No, it's a matter of Cassie's innocence.
So you only confessed to the crime to get the charges dropped against me.
It worked, didn't it?
Oh, yes, by making a complete mockery out of justice.
Well, I'll tell you something. I, for one, think justice could be mocked. Yes. And since I am not like a lawyer like some people here, I put my daughter's life first, and justice comes a very poor second.
Wait. Now, I know you were only trying to help me, Mom. But assuming that you didn't kill Mitch, then that probably means that I did.
What?
No, honey, I was
of
very
course you
drugged
didn't.
out, and I was in a daze, and I was out of it, and I probably picked up that candlestick, and I knocked it a second time, and that...
Listen to me, Cassie. You did not kill Mitch.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know you. That's why I'm sure. And because the only important thing here is that you can never again be charged for the crime.
Yes.
You're free.
Yes, that's
You're
true.
free.
But you, my darling, you're staring prison right in the face.
Oh, come on. They can't prove that I killed anybody.
No, they can prove that you lied under oath. That's called perjury. They put people in prison for that. Aha, I didn't think of that one, did you?
They couldn't. They wouldn't, would they?
They could, they would, and they will, unless you stop playing games and tell me the truth. Now, Dorian, once and for all, did you kill Mitch Lawrence or didn't you?
Come on, would you just cool it, please? All right. Okay. Sure, he's rough on her, but how else is he going to break through and reach Mary Lou?
Well, he hasn't reached her, has he? Huh? And what's taking so long with this expert of yours?
Maybe you could answer that better than I can, Mr. Dennis.
You're supposed to be the expert, aren't you?
I am, but my experience tells me that Mary Lynn is fighting me with more than just Mitch's mind control.
You think there's something in her personality that's making her resist?
Don't be ridiculous. Mary Lynn is a clean-cut, open-minded young lady. At least she was until she met this Lawrence character.
That may well be, Mr. Dennison, but there's something about Mary Lynn, something deep within her psyche that won't let me get through to her.
Well, you might get through to her if you stop yelling.
Oh, Tom, please. It's all right,
Stop
Mary. Mr. Dennison, I don't want to yell at her. Maybe if I knew more about her past in particular.
She's been brainwashed. That's all you need to know. That's here and now. The past doesn't make any difference, okay?
It might make all the difference in the world.
Look, if all were my kids sitting in there, I would do anything I could to help her, no matter how painful or embarrassing.
What are you suggesting? That I've got something to hide, is that it?
No one said that.
Okay. I've been the best father I know how to be to her, okay? That hasn't been that easy. Believe me, especially since...
Since when? Go on, Mr. Dennis.
Well, since Mary Lynn's mother died. Mary Lynn was 2 years old at the time.
That must have been rough on the both of them.
It was. It certainly was. Look, I used to leave her with a babysitter from time to time and go out for a couple of drinks. And I would come back, she'd be asleep. I'd kneel down by her crib and stroke her hair and tell her there isn't anything in the world I wouldn't do for you, honey. Not anything in the world.
I'm sure she knew that.
No, she did. She wouldn't be in the shape she's in now, would she?
Look, something tells me that your daughter needs you a whole lot more right now than she needs me. Why don't you go in and talk to her?
Oh, yeah. What am I supposed to say to her, huh?
Say what you feel.
Ask me, you know, you should forget about work altogether, go home and get into bed.
Yeah, well, don't worry about the banner. I'm on top of everything.
I'm not worried about anything, Richard, except the letter.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I burned it.
You did what?
Well, those were your instructions, Clint. I mean, you told me to open it, and if there wasn't anything important inside...
And how important could more of Mitch Lawrence's lies be?
Well, I'm sorry, Clint. I thought that's what you wanted me to do.
You thought. Damn it, Richard, I didn't mean for you to take me so literally. Dorian Lord is facing a murder charge. There might have been something in that letter that could show the court that Mitch Lawrence was not some innocent victim.
Yes, well, I'm glad you burned the letter, Richard. What if Vicky had seen it? We don't know how upset she might be.
Yeah, I just wish there was some way that we could help Dorian.
And if you testified to the contents of the letter, it would be thrown out as pure hearsay.
Oh, you're right, Ace. I mean, you really have to read it to believe it.
Oh, no, hold on just a minute. Is this a private party, or can just anybody join in?
What is this, under fever acting up?
No, it's not no fever acting up. I'm not so damn sick I don't know when I'm being jerked around. Now, what do you two know that I don't?
It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Go on, my child.
My father, I've sinned against my husband. Before he died, I made a promise that I haven't kept. I swore to him that I would tell my son the truth about his real father. And I haven't told him. And now I've sinned again, but only in my heart. I'm in love with the man who is the real father of my son. He's not the boy that I loved so many years ago. He's a married man now.
Have you told him of your love?
No. No, he and his wife are so happy, and they're expecting their first child. Father, I don't want to hurt them, but I can't help loving him. I can't help feeling what it is that I'm feeling.
You must avoid this man, my child. You must keep yourself from temptation.
Father, I've told myself that 100 times. But it's so hard. It's so hard, but I'm going to try. I will try and do as you say.
It doesn't matter who killed Mitch Lawrence. The crucial thing is that Cassie didn't.
Dorian, either you tell me the truth now, or I'm walking out the door and you can find yourself another lawyer.
Listen, Mom, Dad is only trying to defend you, but he can't if you keep changing the story.
All right. I killed him. And I would do it again if I had to.
I think she's telling the truth.
Okay, start planning a defense. Come on.
Oh, wait a second. Didn't you already explain your defense? That she defended me by killing Mitch, you know, so that he wouldn't rape me or possibly kill me.
Yes. I mean, wouldn't it be not guilty by virtue of extenuating circumstances? That's the legalese for it. I mean, isn't the defense all rather simple?
Well, honey, I'm glad you think so, but you forgot one thing. You already admitted to the crime, you know?
Yes, but isn't that like a technicality, a little legal detail?
It's a legal detail that can condemn you.
Condemn me? Come on. I mean, I'm not actually going to go to jail.
Look, I don't see any point in discussing a worst-case scenario. Let's just stick to what happened the night of the murder.
Wait a minute, Herb. You've always been such a stickler for honesty. Now, I want you to be honest with me.
Dad, is it true? Could they convict her?
There's a distinct possibility.
Thank you. That really makes me feel a lot better. Oh, Herb. I'm scared.
I know, honey, I know.
No, I mean, I'm really scared.
Anything you could tell me might help. Just how well do you know Tom Benson?
Hello, Dr. Wallach, Mr. Carter.
Allison. Oh, what brings you here?
Well, I knew that Mr. Carter was going to be working with some of the disciples today, and I was just wondering if you were having any luck.
With some of them, others are tougher to crack.
Ben, I don't know if you know this about...
Oh, I've already told Mr. Carter that I used to be one of Mitch's disciples myself. And since I would know firsthand how Mitch controlled us, I was hoping that I could help.
Well, Allison, I don't... It's all right. That's Larry. I think Allison's offer is an interesting one. I said I'd consider it, and I will.
Thank you. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time to help you even with my new job.
What job is that?
Remember that I told you that I applied as a nurse's aide? Well, I just found out that I got it.
That means you'll be working here in the hospital?
Yes, isn't that wonderful? I'm going to be able to make up for all the pain that I've caused everyone when I was under Mitch's spell. Aren't you happy for me, Dr. Wallach?
Yes, certainly.
Hey, you have got it all wrong, Clint.
I don't have anything wrong, Pa. Hell, ever since I walked in here, the tension's been so thick you could cut it with a dull knife. Now, what's going on?
All right, Clint. Abbott and I here have been reeling from the bad news, and we saw that you were a little under the weather. We didn't upset you. I guess we should have told him, Richard.
Told me what?
It's about Cord Roberts. Had an accident. Nasty one.
What? Cord and Tina were on their way down to the Caribbean to spend their honeymoon.
That's where it happened, in a honeymoon suite. One of Mitch's disciples attacked them.
Oh, my God. And Cord was hurt?
Yep, trying to save his new bride, but I made arrangements to fly him here to Landview Hospital in my plane.
Oh, that was thoughtful of you, Paul.
The boy means a lot to me. What I mean is I know how much he's come to mean to you, and therefore he's special to me, too.
I wish there was something I could do to help you.
The best thing you can do is you take care of yourself.
And we've been trying to track down Mrs. Roberts, but so far no luck.
Oh, well, no, I think I can help you there. She ought to be back at the Vernon Inn by now.
How do you know that?
Well, she was up at the cabin with me.
She was?
Yeah, Pa, a friend of hers, Tom Dennison, and she went up to the cabin with me. I don't want her to hear this thing secondhand, though.
Well, I can go over to the Vernon Inn and tell her if you like.
No, I'll do that myself.
No, Clint, I don't think that's a good, smart deal.
Pa, I am not an invalid. Besides, I think it'll make it easier on her if she hears it from me.
Well, then hold on a minute. I think I better fill you in on a little more that happened there.
Told you there was nothing mysterious in his background. You don't believe him. Larry, I've worked with a lot of parents over the years. And I think I know when I'm not getting the whole story.
You think he's hiding something?
I do. Now, what I'm not sure about is whether he's lying to protect his daughter or himself.
I'm not angry anymore. Do you know the first time I saw you, the nurse picked you up and held you to the glass and I peeked through and there was the smallest, most vulnerable, most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Do you remember when you played Princess Aurora in the day school play? I still have the home movies on that in the closet. There was time for your big moment and when you were supposed to kiss the little prince. You forgot your lines. Remember that? You looked out at the audience and you said, Daddy, what do I say now? Do you know what I said?
I love you, Your Highness.
You said that as much for me, honey, as you said for that little boy with the make-believe cardboard crown.
I'm different now.
In the time you fell off the horse and I took a helicopter up into the mountains just to be with you. Remember that?
I couldn't believe it. It was like you had come down out of the sky to rescue me.
Yeah. Well, you were more frightened than hurt. And after I kissed you and made sure you were all right, I...
Made me get back onto the horse.
And you said, Daddy, I hate you. I hate you. But you rode that horse, honey. You rode that horse, and I stayed with you to catch you in case you fell off again. Well, I'm still here, honey.
No, I have the messenger, and he's all I need.
No, sweetheart. Our memories of the love we had for each other, no one can ever take that away from us, you know that?
Please just go away from me and leave me alone.
No, you must... Sweetheart, let me love you, please. And please, let yourself love me. And nothing can come between us. Nothing can come between us ever again. Nothing.
He's gone. Now you tell me.
I don't have to tell you anything.
Damn it, Abbott. Did you tell Cord or didn't you?
When I saw him in the hospital down in St. Martin, with Tina hovering all over him, all full of love and concern, I wanted to tell him exactly what her kind of love was worth. But I couldn't bring myself to tell him the truth. So I left him with Tina, and his illusion still intact.
You did the right thing, boy. I personally thank you.
Yeah, well, I didn't do it for you, so don't thank me. I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep the truth from Clint working with him every day at the Banner. I mean, everything inside of me is going to want me to pull him aside and tell him about his son and what his own father did to keep him apart.
Richard, you're part of this family. Do you want to...
Look, don't lecture me about family loyalty. I promised Tina, and I'll promise you, your secret's safe with me.
You're doing the right thing, not only for Cord and Clint, but for Vicky and a new little baby on the way.
All right. Let's not forget about the unborn child. But what about the child that you never acknowledged, Asa? What about Clint's firstborn, Cord?
He has everything he needs. He'll be just fine.
He's got everything he needs. What he has is a pack of lies. I mean, doesn't he deserve to know who he really is? I mean, doesn't he deserve to know what kind of woman he married?
Richard, a wise man once said that we all got what we deserved in life. None of us would escape hanging. And my grandson may not be the helpless victim you think he is.
I hope you're right, Asa. I hope there's enough Robert's blood in Cord to offset yours. And maybe you'll be wise enough and strong enough to make this marriage last, despite Tina and the rest of us.
Never have a handkerchief when you need one, do you?
You're just indispensable, I guess.
You're just realizing that?
Okay, I will leave my defense in your hands to do with as you see fit.
You're my witness, Cassie. She actually said that.
She said a lot of things.
Yeah, here, let me get that. It's probably a reporter. Dorian Lord's resident? But Maggie, what are you still doing at the office? When?
Well, what is it?
Well, no, it's very good news. I'll tell her. Good, look, I'll get down there as soon as I can. Thanks.
What is it, Dad?
Maggie just got a call from Rafe Garrett's, and they found Adrian LaRue. They captured him down in the Caribbean today.
Adrian LaRue? Isn't that the man who helped Mitch kidnap Cassie?
That's right. They're extraditing him back to the United States today. The police are expecting him within the hour.
That's wonderful. What are you talking about? You've never met him. There's nothing wonderful about him. No, honey. I know all about what he did to you. The point is, he is the one person who could help clear me. How? How? Why, he could testify, for one thing, that Mitch was drugging you. He could testify that Mitch forced you to write that note to your father saying that you'd gone on a vacation. And best of all, he can testify that Mitch forced you to withdraw your money from the bank.
Well, I haven't testified to anything yet.
No, but he's going to, I'm sure of it. And once people understand what Mitch was trying to do to Cassie, they'll understand why I had to kill him to save my daughter's life.
Let us hope so. Now, I'm heading down to headquarters to meet this mysterious Mr. LaRue.
Great, I'm going with
Well,
you.
oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I am. This is my life here. This is my freedom.
Excuse me, Cassie, do you recall someone saying she promised me to handle her defense as best I see fit?
Okay, all right, go. But please, call me just as soon as you learn
Honey,
anything.
I will. Cassie, take care of your mother.
I honestly don't know what I would do without him. But don't you tell him that I said that. Cassie?
Why'd you do it, Mom?
Why did I do what?
If you knew that you had killed Mitch and I didn't, why didn't you speak up right away? Why did you let them put me on trial?
Well, hello again.
Oh, you should be home resting.
No, I'm fine, but I need to see you, Maria.
Oh, Clint, my place is such a mess, and I really must get some rest myself. Could you just tell me very
I
quickly?
don't think that this is the kind of thing that should be discussed in a hallway. It's about Cord, Maria.
What about Cord?
There's been an accident down in St. Martin. Cord's been hurt. That's about all I know. Apparently, one of Miss Lawrence's disciples followed Cord and Tina down to St. Martin.
Why?
Well, from what little I can find out about it, before Mitch was murdered, he programmed this Adrian LaRue to kill Tina.
Tina Lord again.
Now, wait a minute, Maria. Cord put his life on the line for her. She's his wife, Maria. Now, if it was my son, I'd be damn proud of him.
I just want him to live, that's all. Nothing else matters.
Well, Asa has sent his private plane down there to bring him back here to the Landview Hospital.
Oh, how kind of him.
Well, he's taken quite a liking to the boy. Same as I have. Now, if we hurry, we can get to the hospital by the time Corey comes in.
I guess Tina's going to be there.
Maria, don't blame Tina.
Why not?
Here.
If she hadn't come into Corey's life, none of this would have happened.
You're acting like this is like this has been, she's some kind of curse.
That's exactly what she is. It's as if the Lord is seeking his vengeance. First I lose my husband, and now I may lose my son. When is this going to stop, Cliff? When?
Look, you haven't done anything to deserve divine punishment. You're a good wife and a good mother.
I'm sorry. You must think I'm some foolish, irrational woman.
No, I don't think that at all. I do wonder why you're blaming yourself, you know?
I'm just worried about Court, that's all. I better call a cab and get to the hospital.
No, you're not going to call a cab. I'll take you there myself.
Clint, please, why don't you go home? Look at you. I mean, you need some rest. Why don't you...
I'll get some right after I make sure that Cord's okay. All right?
Don't turn away from me. Marilyn, look at me, honey, please. Look at me, pumpkin. Come on.
What did you say?
Please look at me.
No, before. That name.
Pumpkin. I haven't called you that since you were yay high. You remember that.
Mary. Pumpkin pie. Kiss your dad. For him.
You're right.
I remember. Oh, Daddy. No, tears mean nothing. They mean nothing.
Marilyn.
No, I was weak, but I won't be weak again. I won't let you trick me again.
Step outside, just for a minute.
I will heed the messenger. I will heed the messenger. I will. I must heed the messenger.
How did it go? It was good. It was a breakthrough. You reached her.
For a few minutes or so.
Right, that's the start. Now maybe Ben can take over from there. I'm about to give it my best shot.
Bring him down. Can I question him?
Oh, it's not that simple, Herb. Come on. Great. Let's forget the red tape. Adrian LaRue was the key to Dorian's case. He helped Mitch Lawrence kidnap and drug Cassie. If I get him to testify,
That's a big if.
What do you mean? Is he already pleading the Fifth? You better brace yourself. Mr. LaRue doesn't know the Fifth Amendment from the Ten Commandments, or the Three Little Pigs, for that matter. Well, you can see for yourself. He's on his way now.
Hi. I did it. He told me to do it, and I did it. I bet those guys are in stitches now. And now we can all go on a picnic to Tacoma with Grandma. Mm-hmm.
You've been like this ever since he got off the plane?
Yes, sir. These are his effects. Oh, no. Those things aren't important. Only Brother Mitch is important.
Ah, yes. He is the power and the glory and the ever-loving wisdom of and the all-meat burger with the little onions and the mustard and the relish and all the... But you really shouldn't look in those little hamburgers because they're pretty disgusting inside. We should probably be bowing now, shouldn't we?
Adrian, Mr. LaRue.
I am the god of hellfire, and I want to hold your hand. Oh, I am holding your hand. Mm-hmm. Are you experienced? I think you are. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby.
Don't waste your time, Herb. They're never going to let this character into a courtroom, much less let him testify under oath.
They're here. They're back. Just when you thought it was safe to go back to Southport. I'm sure we should be bowing now, shouldn't we?
Get him out of here, Jim, huh?
Come on, Dizzy. Back to the bullpen.
Baseball? Yay! Forgive them, Grandma, for they know that they had to wear a tie. Dress for death, fellas. Dress for death. It's so formal, but dress for death.
I'm sorry, Herb.
Yeah, not half as sorry as I am. Lorraine had her hopes up, so I'm going to tell her.
You see this? What's so special about it?
The Ravenswood Hotel. Don't you see, Ray? This may be the place where Mitch and Adrian took Cassie. Come on, let's get out of here.
Joe Riley's history. Any chronic disorders, anything like that?
Well, as a matter of fact, there was one rather serious disorder earlier in his life. He had amnesia.
Amnesia?
Mm-hmm.
Well, please tell me more, Doctor.
Well, it was just before Vicky's. Oh, Larry.
Oh, Clint, Mr. Roberts. Have you brought Cord Roberts in yet?
No, we're waiting to hear from the airport. Are you okay?
No, he isn't, Doctor. I wish you would tell him to go home and rest.
Just a little fever.
I knew I shouldn't have left you up there in the mountains.
Well, after you left, he certainly took a turn for the worse.
You've seen a doctor, I hope.
Yeah, he said with a little rest, I'll be fine.
So why don't you go home and rest?
With Cord coming in? And this article I've been working on now.
Have you ever seen a more stubborn man in your life?
Yes, every time I look in the mirror. Tell me something, Clint. Do they stop printing the paper every time he gets a little sick? Is that it?
No. And with Dorian's confession, I got to see that story through to the bitter end. I can't just trust that to anybody.
Yeah, how about a writer from Texas?
Who, you mean you? I thought you came here to get away from work.
Well, I have a lot of things on my mind, certainly, but perhaps it would do me good to sit down and knock a story out of the typewriter.
Well, if you mean that, I'll just take you up on it.
Oh, I do.
I didn't know better. This is like deja vu. I mean, Clint Buchanan and Joe Riley talking over a newspaper.
Tom, let me fill you in on the details.
Excuse me, thanks,
Sure.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Dr. Wallace, do you think that I could maybe go wait down at the emergency room? I'd like to be there the moment he gets here.
I think you'd be more comfortable waiting here. I tell you what, let me check. I'll get right back to you.
Oh.
Just a second.
Thanks.
Look, before I talk to you about Dorian, were you able to get through to your daughter?
Well, they're deprogramming her right now.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Mary Lynn Dennison.
I'm her father. She's busy right now. Is there anything I can do to help?
Yes, I have a subpoena. Your daughter's been called as a witness for the prosecution in the murder of Mitch Lawrence.
I would like to think of myself as a very strong woman. A woman who is capable of handling any crisis at all. And that is the way I felt when I opened the door and I saw Mitch getting ready to rape you. I grabbed the heaviest thing that I could find and I hit him on the head. When I saw that I had killed him, my first thought, sweetheart, my first thought was to protect my daughter.
What you did to protect me worked against me. Why didn't you speak up right away?
You're right, I deserve that. Well, I never dreamed that they would arrest you. When you told me that nobody knew that you were at the inn, I just thought we could both get away from there and leave Mitch and the whole ugly business behind
wait a
us.
minute. What about when Dad showed you the earring and then Allison came forward and said that she had seen me there? You still kept silent.
Yes, because I wanted the police to believe that somebody else had entered the room and killed Mitch. I certainly didn't feel the need to point out to them that I did. Honey, I thought that when they got finished questioning you, they'd never believed that you were guilty. Of course, I was wrong. But, darling, as soon as I found out that they had booked you, I went straight to Bill Moore, and I told him that I had killed Mitch Lawrence.
He didn't believe you.
No, he didn't believe me. Neither did Pete, neither did Herb, neither did the special prosecutor.
Yes, and neither did I. I thought you were lying to protect me, but you only did it because you were scared for yourself.
I was lying to protect us both. Because I certainly wasn't ready, nor am I ready now, to throw away my life for the likes of Mitch Lawrence. Baby, I swear to you, I never thought that they would arrest you or put you through any of this. When I finally did speak up, nobody believed me. Honey, I have only one prayer right now, and that is that you'll try to understand why I did what I did, and forgive me. Please.
Nobody's perfect, right?
I love you. I love you very much. And because of that love, I did something very stupid. I better get that. I'll see your father with some good news. Dorian Lord speaking.
Hi, baby. How you holding up?
Well, just fine now that you called. Have you had a chance to talk to Adrian LaRue?
He did the talking